Welcome back to the Red Zone Rundown. I'm Liam Franklin, and the end is here for the 2024 regular season. But before we look ahead to playoffs, let's break down the results from Week 9. First up, we have Moore Edmond North. Moore dominated this matchup, winning 49-21. Then Bixby at Deer Creek. Bixby came out strong with a 48-10 victory. Then Norman at Mustang. Norman took this one 40-28. Then Enid went to Jinx, and Jinx shut out the Plainsmen with a decisive 56-0 victory. UConn at Edmond Santa Fe. In a thrilling overtime finish, UConn edged out a 28-27 win. Then we have Union at Westmore. Westmore routed Union with a 56-7 victory. Then Edmond Memorial at Broken Arrow. Edmond Memorial came out on top 61-28. And then we have Owasso at Norman North, a high-scoring affair, but Owasso ultimately took it 64-54. And here's what we got lined up for Week 10. In 6A1 District 1, we have Norman at Bixby, Jinx at Edmond North, and Mustang at Deer Creek. Then for District 2, we have Owasso at Norman North, Broken Arrow at Westmore, UConn at Owasso, and Edmond Memorial at Union. Now let's talk playoffs. As of Week 9 standings, here's what the bracket would look like. Bixby, Jinx, Owasso, and Edmond Memorial would all secure first-round byes. Norman North would face Mustang. Norman would match up with Westmore. Deer Creek would take on Broken Arrow, and Union would go up against Moore. Now moving on to tonight's matchup. The Enid Plainsmen are hitting the road and finishing up the 2024 season in Moore. It's a tough test for Enid as they face the 5-4 Moore Lions, looking to wrap up their season on a high note. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap up this week's Red Zone Rundown. Next up, it's the 2-7 Enid Plainsmen versus the 5-4 Moore Lions. We're sending it over to our crew at Moore High Stadium in Moore. And now, for the final time, ladies and gentlemen, on the Red Zone Rundown, I'm Liam Franklin signing off. Go Big Blue! Welcome to rainy Moore, Oklahoma for tonight's matchup between your 2-7 Enid Plainsmen and the 5-4 Moore Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Liam Franklin alongside Mr. Molinax. Great to have you on tonight. Tonight we have the Plainsmen against the Moore Lions. Moore Lions already secured their playoff spot. Enid eliminated from playoff contention about 2 weeks ago against the Edmond North Huskies. But despite the two records and despite them already clinching a playoff spot, we still have, despite the playoff picture, Enid can still look to pull off an upset here tonight.
Well, here's the thing about it. Senior night here is always hard on any seniors on the team, host team, and it's their senior night. Sorry, I'm laughing, Liam. We are being downpoured.
We're outside right now, so the wind kind of keeps blowing, or the wind keeps blowing the rain in our face a little bit. So
well, you just never know. There's some things you cannot change in a football game. We talked about this before. Mm-hmm. You can never gripe and change the playing conditions. We have rain. Yeah. Ball's going to be wet for both teams. Both sides going to have the same struggle with control and all that. Another thing you can't control is, calls that may go against you. Yeah. That's equal on both sides. And you really can't control the field itself. And thankfully they have a really solid field, but it's going to be slick. Yeah. So anything can happen. Moore is ready to go to the playoffs. Enid wants to springboard off into the next season.
Exactly. And they're, like you said, they kind of have a nothing-to-lose attitude here tonight. Coming into that game with that attitude, they can make them dangerous if they decide to throw caution to the wind here tonight. And you have quarterback Zarek Slater in for Aiden Robinson as he is out for the season. So Zarek Slater's going to finish off the season tonight before he becomes starting quarterback next year for the Plainsmen.
So I have a question for you, Liam, before we get started on this. How many trick plays Enid's going to pull off tonight?
We'll see. They were pretty hard to run under Aiden Robinson, and they're going to be a little bit more tougher to run under Zarek Slater. But I was watching the warm-up, and Zarek Slater's definitely improved quite a bit. I was watching the passes. He's doing pretty well.
He is. And, it's great for a young man to come in, despite Aiden's injury. You hate to have that. But to be able to come in and springboard his next season with tonight, and it'll be a good measuring stick and a measuring point. Yeah.
Well, let's recap last week for each team. Enid went to Jinx last night. Unfortunately, due to illness, we were unable to broadcast last week's game. Very unfortunate. But we're here tonight bringing you more versus Enid, so that's good news. But they went to Jinx where the Plainsmen would lose 0-56 against a very hungry Jinx Trojans team as they started off the season 0-3.
Yes.
They're back up second place in the district, and they secured it. So they are doing pretty well this year. And then Moore went to Edmond North, and they finally secured their playoff spot with the 49-21 win over the Huskies.
And so tonight, is there any implications with Mustang playing tonight as well?
Well, Mustangs, Mustangs also playing tonight. Don't quite know who against. I'll have to get back to you on that one. But they're playing tonight, and more as well. Depending on how the two teams fare in their matchups, will determine who takes 5th seed and who takes 6th seed. Which right now, looking at the playoff bracket, so 5th seed from our district would play Norman North from District 2 side, and then from 6th place would play Union on the District 2 side as well. Union coming off a upset loss to the Edmond Memorial Bulldogs last night.
Very, very big shock there for that.
Well, Edmond Memorial is looking good.
Yes,
they are looking good this year. So Edmond Memorial secured their first round bye, along with Owasso, running a perfect season, 10-0. That's big after their big blowout win against Bixby. So that's huge. But tip-off's about to not tip-off. We're about 20 days from that one. Kickoff's about to begin here in Moore, Oklahoma, with the rain pouring. I mean, it's just soaking wet.
Liam, I think you're excited for basketball season. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
We will. Yeah, I've been talking about tip-off so much. So.
Well, the wind's coming from our right to left a little bit, as you can tell by the rain. And we are on the home side of Moore, looking down upon it. We're about to have a kickoff here for Enid Plainsmen, the final game of the season.
Yeah, and my final football game is Enid Plainsman's play-by-play commentator, so let's make this one a good one.
You bet.
So Enid's going to kick this one away first, Moore to receive, so that means Enid will defer to the second half. So.
Here we go.
And here we go. Vega kicks this one away. It's another trick onside kick. Went right into the hands of Moore, and that about caught them off guard. Moore about got that one. They about ran right through them and went right back to the house.
The ball took a bounce right for the favor of the Moore. So we talked about the field and the weather condition. You can't control that onside as well as you want to. You have to have a high kick bounce or a squivel. All right, defensive-wise, we should be looking pretty good tonight.
Yeah.
We got a lot of seniors there playing their final game on a Friday night. We look forward to them. We got some young guys coming in as well. So let's see how they hold the Moore Lions tonight.
Yeah, let's see. So Moore setting up to the right, one to the left. That's trips to the right, one to the left. Let's see how much this rain might impact tonight's game here tonight. Let's just hope for no lightning. So here we go, a handoff to Moore's running back, and he's going to get stopped right at the line. Flag on the play.
Very good stop by the defensive lineman. Linebacker come up to fill in the gap there and make a stop. We'll find out what the penalty is. They're calling illegal chop block on the defense.
So that's going to be Enid's first penalty of the night. Comes on the first play of the game. That's going to push them back about
15 yards. For those of you who do not know that, what happens is the defensive player cannot go and chop the knees out of an offensive player who's engaging with another defensive player.
Yep.
And that's what occurred.
So here we go, 1st and 10 after the penalty. Lions in Plainsman territory. And the quarterback's going to take this one, and they're going to get him down behind the line. Quarterback sacked by, of course, Gustavo Renteria.
There you go. It was a great play. He got through the line real quick. What a great read, and sprinted and got the quarterback. That's an awesome defensive
We've
play.
seen him perform well all season long with the sacks. I mean, he's played very well this season.
Moore's going to no huddle, looking at the play calling from the sideline.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a hurry up, just a no huddle.
So last year, Plainsman able to win this one 49-42, which eliminated Moore from the playoffs. So let's see if the Plainsman can get some Plainsman magic going here again tonight. So here we go first. That'll be 2nd down and long, and they're going to get a little bit of a gain. Not too far. They'll bring up 3rd down. Moore.
So here we go. We're talking about the weather, and we've had 3 plays in a row that is run, run, run.
Yeah, I mean, with the wind and the rain, they're not going to want to risk passing this one. That could go right into the hands of a Plainsman defender.
Offensive line, Moore looks very good, solid.
Yeah.
Defensive-wise, we're reading the gaps very well and filling them up. So we keep that up going.
There we go. 3rd down and 9 for the Lions. Let's see if the Plainsmen can get the Lions off the field. And here we go. It's going to be a quarterback run. He's going to try to run the trick play, and they might be able to get him. And they're going to get him before the 1st down. That'll be 4th down more. Let's see what they go for here on 4th down. Whether they go for it or they're going to go for the field goal.
I tell you what, it's a great defensive play on our right side because he actually had the outside sealed off. He could have kept going on the left side, but instead we got through the defender and only able to pick up a few yards.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field for a 4th down and 5. Let's see if they're able to get this one. Not. The Plainsmen are going to start in their own territory at about the 25 if they don't get this one. So here we go on 4th down and 5. And that one's caught. And Moore's going to get the 1st down plus some. That's going to be a Moore 1st down from about the 16-yard line, inching closer and closer to drawing first blood in this game.
No, that was a very good play. It's called a flare pass out in the right flash. It's not a very dangerous pass. It was very controlled with the weather and everything. Good run by the running back. And here we go, fresh set of downs.
Yeah. And that pass was a little risky on 4th down and 5. That one was definitely risky, especially with the raining conditions. So they're performing pretty well so far. 1st down and 10 for the Lions. And here we go. It's another handoff up the middle. And he found a hole to the left, and he's going to get taken down by the Plainsmen.
Once again, filling the gaps. Really good run. It's 2 yards, but with the conditions and the offensive line they have, Enid's defense doing a great job.
Yeah, definitely. They just need to keep this up and try to stop Moore from getting 6 on the board to start the game. There you go. It's going to be a 2nd down and 8 after the gain of 2 by the Lions. So you got 1 to the right, 2 to the left. Man in motion. And it's going to be another handoff up the middle. And the Plainsmen read that one perfectly. Taken back without a gain, without too much of a gain. Bring up 3rd down for the Plainsmen. 3rd down and 7 after the gain of 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you hear that they're on the no huddle, they're watching the sideline, they keep changing plays.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes we're waiting to see because they might change the play more does and see how the defense lines up. Coach Condor and Coach Searsdale are switching up the defense after they send in the play.
So here we go, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Same formation as last time. And first pass of the night is going to go to Moore. Favor, touchdown, Lions.
Right off the line, got a free release and got a wide open look.
Yeah. Their first real passing play of the night goes pretty well. That's a Moore touchdown to take the lead in this matchup. Moore without their band tonight, still singing their fight song. Love to see that. So here goes the extra point by Moore. And that one is up. And it's good. Moore takes a 7-0 lead over your Plainsmen. Plainsmen offense coming back on the field for the first time since Jinx last week where they went scoreless. Looking to change that one here tonight. So that's only happened 2 different times this season, them getting shut out like that. Once against the Deer Creek Antlers and last week against the Jinx Trojans. So the rest of the games this year they've put at least some points on the board. 43 against Ponca, 49 against Lawton, 23 against Stillwater, 32 against Mustang, 7 against Norman, 14 against Bixby, and 7 against Edmond North. And that close loss, that was a real heartbreaker on senior night.
Now we get to see what our offense can do. Now remember, when we kicked off, we tried to onside, and then our very first defensive play, we got a 15-yard penalty on us. So they got the ball really to start on our 30. And we had to go 30 yards. Let's see what happens if Moore is going to do a squiv kick or a deep kick.
Yeah, let's see what they do.
Happens. Field position is key right now, although the rain has begun to let up here.
It's Oklahoma can start 1 second, stop the other, and then just start a major downpour.
Looks like a high on side kick there. Yep.
And that one is going to be caught by the Plainsmen. The Plainsmen are just going to take this one in.
Talking about Oklahoma weather there, I think it was wasn't it just barely over a week ago, we had 95-degree weather.
Yeah, and fire weather.
And everything. And now here we are in an open box with the rain.
Yeah,
and
I was
cool
going to say, I believe we are sitting at 3 inches of rain in the last day and then 5 from last weekend. So we're about 9-10 inches of rain in Enid. So
well, for those of you who don't live in Oklahoma, our farmers in our state really needed the rain.
We're doing okay. So here we go. Plainsman offense on the field. It's first down and 10 from the 25. And it's going to be a handoff to Carmona. Zarek Slater in at quarterback. And not going to get too much of a run there. Might be a loss on the play. Bring up second down for the Plainsmen.
So usually, first time quarterback starts, they want to do a simple base play, which is a good basic run play. Get his nerves to calm down a little bit. He's been going against his own teammates this past week, but want to try something different. So you start off with this base 101 and get that first play underneath his belt. Yeah, so here we go. Zarek Slater at quarterback. Got to see how long it's going to take for them to resort to passing instead of handing it off to Carmona. You might see it right here. We got one to the left, to the right, and another high snap, handoff to another big run, and that's handoff to number 15 for the Plainsmen. Don't quite have that one. I believe that might be Desmond or one of the big players. Our roster that we had got soaked by the rain, so we're struggling a little bit with rosters. We'll make sure we get the right person called, folks. That's all we want to do.
So here we go, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Number 15 is Kevin Vega, so they had Kevin Vega on the field. Interesting. He's the kicker and punter. No, not punter is Tristan Baumfleck now with Aiden Robinson being out. So looks like the penalty was on the Plainsmen. Backs him up 5 yards for a third.
14.
Yeah, it's a third and 14. So here we go on a big third down play. The Plainsmen need to try to get a first down on this one.
They're going to call a bunch formation on the right side.
Yeah. Running a trick play already. Slater steps back. There's one out. Might have a man. And he drops it.
That was a great ball thrown in the type of weather. And just unfortunately, Keon Young could not be able to pull it in.
If he would have had that, that one would have tied the game up here tonight in Lions Stadium.
Great first pass, though.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That's one of the best passes we've seen out of Zarek since he took over as quarterback.
And for those who cannot see because of the wind has lighted up, that is into the wind. The wind is still coming pretty strong.
Yeah, it is.
From our right to our left. So that was a great pass. Let's see how we do on punting now into the wind.
And that's a high snap. Fumble on the play. He lost it. And Moore has it at their own at the Enid 2-yard line. That's where the high snaps get you. I've touched on this many times before. The high snaps are going to ultimately be a downfall, and there's a big one right there. So it's going to be a first and goal for the Lions.
Just remember, when those long snaps are just like a pass, the ball's wet, the grip could be slick, come out your hand wrong, and there it goes against Sale.
Looks like there's a little bit of confusion after the ball got snapped and it dropped, and ultimately just gave Moore the ball there. So here comes Moore's offense out for the second time, looking to score and extend this lead by 2 possessions. So here we go, first and goal from the 2, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle, a touchdown Moore. And they're going to confirm the touchdown, and the Lions take the 13-0 lead over the Plainsmen, pinning the extra point. Plainsmen need to get something going on offense after this extra point.
You know, it's really hard. We talked about this when we were down in Norman at halftime. When you get down real quick early in the game, it really tests the character of the team.
Yeah. It does. So pinning the extra point. Let's see, and that one is up. And it is good. The Lions take an early 14-0 lead over your Plainsmen. Plainsmen offense back out on the field coming up shortly.
So let's see what Plainsmen are going to be able to do here on their second offensive drive of the night, and hopefully get something done here and get some points on the board.
It is difficult. New quarterback and weather.
Yeah.
High snaps.
Yeah.
You had that high snap on second down anyways.
Yeah, I mean.
Great ball thrown. Missed opportunity for the long ball down the field. But, once again, you've got to continue to work hard, strive hard, keep your chin up, and keep working.
Yeah.
We don't have that much into the game, and there's plenty of game left.
Yeah, so about 6:37 into this game. Or about 6:37 left, not 6:37 left into this game, but
shout out to our camera people and our director doing a great job tonight.
Yeah.
All the rain, all the stuff they had set up for. Everything's ready.
So here we go, Moore looking for probably another high onside kick, like you had mentioned last time.
Let's see if they fair catch or try to run one back this time. Well, fair catch.
And there it is, caught by number 84, Brody Mills for the Plainsmen. Plainsmen offense back on the field for a 1st down and 10 from about their own 25-yard line. We're going to see what Zarek Slater can do here on offense after that almost touchdown pass to Keon Young, just barely dropped. That's been another thing we've seen all season is the drops have been costly for the Plainsmen. They've gave up some big plays because they've dropped the ball, so another thing they have to work on going into the 2025 season is the ball handling.
After the season's over, they'll have a downtime, and they'll be starting to work on 2025. I believe that.
Still same district next year. District will not change until the 2026 season. So you got trips to the left and one to the right. And Slater hands off to Carmona. Not going to get too much of a gain there. Maybe a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down for the Plainsmen. A pretty solid, for the conditions, a pretty solid turnout on the Enid side. No band, unfortunately, as of the conditions. Moore didn't bring their band as well. Just the conditions are it's just too miserable out to bring the bands out. So our Big Blue Band, I believe, has red carpet tomorrow. Yes, so huge shout out to them. I hope everything goes well. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 behind. And they're going to fake the play. Pass Tyson Kennedy. Kennedy has it, and he has a big run. Bring up 3rd down after about the gain of 5 on the play.
That's a great catch. Very great pass once again. Pretty much on target perfectly.
Yeah.
And then Kennedy was able to do what he needed to do. Great block on the one player. We only had one-on-one after that. Could have been a long run, but hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6, is it, Liam?
3rd and 5.
Yep.
Gain of 4 on the play, so that's a pretty big gain. Might be their biggest gain of the night. So let's see what they're going to be able to do here on 3rd down and 5. Try to convert this one. And if it's 4th down, 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 4th and 3, Connor's going to go for it. So we'll see. 1 to the right and just a trick, kind of a trick formation. 4 to the left. So you got Slater rolling out left, looking for a man, and he might have him. That's one just overthrown. Was intended for Keon Young. That brings up 4th down and 5. Let's see what the Plainsmen are going to do here.
Great idea. Roll him out to the wide side of the field. Maybe get someone open on a flare or a post or even a drag across the middle. Just wasn't able to have the time. He had that pursuit from behind, which cost him to be able to not settle his feet as well as he wanted to.
So here we go. It's going to be 4th down and 5. Special teams unit on the field. And number 28, Tristan Baumfleck, going to be out on the field for the Plainsmen to kick this one away. Another high snap. That one about blocked. Not going to go too far. It's going to be out at about the 45-yard line. So the lines are going to start in Plainsman territory.
Once again, those high snaps are really, really challenging.
Yeah.
I'm sure whoever does the long snapper, I didn't see that time, I bet. I'm sure he's practicing over there.
Yeah.
It's hard. That ball gets wet.
Yeah.
Sometimes high schools don't have unlimited balls like the NFL or college, so you've got to keep them dry and work with them, have a towel, and keep them warm the best you can.
Yeah. So here we go. It's a Lion 1st down and 10 from the Enid 33. So they're going to call that one out at about 33, about 10 yards off of what I said. So here we go. Lion 1st down and 10, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion. No one out to the right. So let's see. Steps back. Looking deep. Has an open man. Touchdown, More High.
That receiver was able to get behind our defense and do a sprint up fly and got behind it and wasn't picked up.
So Moore, definitely a different team than last year, different team than the Plainsmen were expecting. Plainsmen last year, a different team as well.
Well, think about it. Can you imagine you're Moore before you're coming out to play Enid? And the speech is, last year we played Enid, they knocked us out of the playoffs. This year, let's leave no doubt. And so they're really trying. They lost out in the playoffs because of us last year.
Yeah, so last year, like I said, it was a 49-42 loss for Moore. Plainsmen won that one big. And the extra point is true, so that's a 21-0 lead for the Lions. But as I was saying, is Enid and Moore first played in 1981 when Ron Lancaster was the head coach of Enid, and it was an 8-32 loss. Well, then the series kept going on, and they stopped district play in 1993, and they would reignite the district series in 2022 when Enid hosted Moore for a homecoming and got the win 49-35. So the Lions have been 0-2 in the last 2 years against the Plainsmen, so they're looking to change that one here tonight, and I'm sure that's something they definitely know in the back of their head.
Yeah, and plus it helps springboard them for the playoff and have a good game. You want to be a solid game before you go.
So with a win tonight, the Lions finish off 6-4 on the season, and that will add on to head coach Greg Bryant's record at Moore. It would make it 14-16, and a loss here tonight would be 13-17 for Greg Bryant. Coach Condor, a win here puts him at 6-15 overall at Enid. A loss puts him at 5-16 overall at Enid. So Plainsmen definitely still kind of in a rebuilding year. The last 2 years, it's still going to take some time. You're going to lose a lot of star players after this game, after this season. You're going to lose some star players. So Plainsmen really can only go up from here. So another high onside, and it's just going to be caught. And they're actually going to take this one and found a hole. They're going to get to about the 36 or 37 on the play. So it's going to be a Plainsmen first down and 10 from their own 30.
So what Coach Condor did, he saw how Moore's being kicked into a certain spot, so he removes Brody Mills from that spot and puts Tyson Kennedy there. Moore doesn't see that, kicks it, and then Tyson takes it and takes off running with it. Gives us better field start and field position. We're almost up near the 40.
So with 4 minutes 53 seconds left in the first quarter, Plainsmen down 21 points. Looking to change this one. So here we go. Enid offense on the field. Trips to the left, 2 to the right. Zarek Slater at quarterback. Almost dropped that one. Steps back, has a man, and that's going to be a great gain. We got a gain of 8 on the play by Tyson Kennedy. So that'll bring up second down and about 2 on the play.
What a great quick release, right on target, right to the receiver to be able to make a move and get a couple extra yards.
And who knows, we might, if Connor decides to do it, we might see TK at quarterback sometime before the end of this game. So let's see. Zarek Slater doing a pretty good job so far tonight.
Great job so far. Like I said, that rollout was good. Just had a pursuit. He couldn't get his feet underneath him, but his passes have been looking very sharp, very crisp.
So here we go. It's going to be second down and 2 after the gain of 8 by the Plainsmen, their biggest gain of the night. Looking for their first down of this game so far. Trips to the right, 1 to the left.
We have a timeout by Enid.
And I say this every week, but it's an interesting decision. Let's see if that's going to be the call.
Oh, nope, they're reset. No timeout by Enid. He was trying to get the play clock reset. Coach Condor is able to get that. No timeout.
So here we go. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. And Slater hands it off to Carmona. And Carmona found a hole. It's a Plainsman first down, their first of the night.
That was a great job. He hit the pile line. It was clogged. He jumps back out and then puts his head forward and picks up the first down.
Yeah. So it's going to be a Plainsman first down and 10, looking to creep closer into Lion territory. Let's see what they can do here on first down and 10.
Now that series started with the pass, so here it is, first down again. Let's see if Coach Condor is going to do that again, start off with a pass on this series, or if he's going to go ahead and hand the ball off again. Let's see.
Here we go. First down and 10. To the left, 1 to the right. Another high snap, and they just saw it immediately. Takes Carmona back for a loss of about 7 or 8 on the play. Bring up second down.
It's a good thing he's got good hands.
Yeah. Snapper needs to be careful. because those have been quite a few high passes so far.
You know, when you're a center on a football team, you've got a pretty good defensive line, fakes and cross from it, which they do. You've got so many things going through your mind. You've got to have a good clean snap. You want to make it on the right count. You've got to look for your blocking. You've got to look out for blitzing from the linebackers coming up the middle. So it is a very, very highly intelligent, very challenging position.
Yeah. Trips to the right, one to the left. Not the same formation we've seen every time so far. Tyson Kennedy, man in motion, hand off to Kennedy. Kennedy rolling up left, and they're going to sack him for they're going to tackle him back behind line of scrimmage. So bring up 3rd down and 18 for the Plainsmen.
Sometimes you run a play twice, 3 times in a row to set up another play. So keep that in mind for a little bit later on.
Yeah. So here we go. It's 3rd down and 18. Pushed back to their own 39-yard line. Need to make a big play here. Expect to see Zarek air this one out to hopefully Keon Young or Desmond or whoever you can find. So you got 4 to the right, 1 to the left. A little bit of a trick formation there. Zarek steps back. Looking deep. Might have a man. That one's out of bounds. Just overthrown. Intended for Keon Young. So that's going to be a Plainsman 4th down. Had a promising start and just did not go the way they wanted it to. So it's going to be line ball again to start their 4th drive.
Moore had made an adjustment on that last play. They put one defender right on top of Keon as he came off and one over the top to cover the deep ball. So the window was going to be a very small window.
Yeah.
So Moore made an adjustment for that.
And that one not going to be blocked. That one's going to go deep in some more territory now. Great punt by Baumfleck.
That's a great job. We got a penalty flag on the field.
See what they're going to call here.
Back where the punter actually punted the ball, there's 2 flags to see what's going on here. Personal foul. Is it going to be roughing or defend? What is it going to be? Looks like it's going to be roughing the kicker. It's automatic. That's an automatic 1st down.
So Plainsman offense back on the field.
That is correct. We will take that. We will take.
Yeah.
You know, we gave them a penalty earlier on their first drive, so roughing the kicker is a big penalty, 15 automatic 1st down. Here we are in the Moore territory.
The first time, first time they've been able to get into Moore territory at all. So let's see what Plainsmen are going to be able to do here on 1st down, getting another chance on offense. And we'll get you some football scores in just a second. Rolls out right. Slater looking for a man, and he has him. Tyson Kennedy for the 1st down. And we have a surprising score update coming up for you in just a second. The Norman Tigers are ahead of the Bixby Spartans 7-3. Norman looking tough this year. Norman could take the 1st place seed if they beat Bixby.
That is unbelievable to hear that. Great play by Zurich as he rolls out, finds a receiver. Tyson settled down between the defender, hit him, and picked up another 1st down.
So Broken Arrow, Westmore, Broken Arrow is up 21-0. We'll get back to some score updates in just a second after this play. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. And Slater hands this one off to Carmona again, and Carmona just went into a wall of line defenders. Be a loss on the play, bring up 2nd down. And as I was saying, Broken Arrow up 21-0 over the Westmore Jaguars. Deer Creek up only 3 points on Mustang 3-0. And then, of course, the Moore game here tonight. And from last night, Jinx to Edmond North. That game ended 21-0 after a lightning delay. They decided to call the game. Game ended 21-0. UConn at Owasso. Owasso won that one 50-14. Edmond Memorial at Union. Edmond Memorial wins that one in an upset fashion, 32-29. And then you have Norman North beating Edmond Santa Fe 55-28.
First quarter ended, Liam.
So at the end of the first quarter, score is 21-0. Mr. Monax, give us your recap on this game so far here after the first quarter.
We started off, it was pouring rain, cold, wet.
Yeah.
And we tried to do an onside kick. Then we gave them 15 yards in penalty.
Yeah.
Field position on the first 3 scores of Moore, they were inside our 30 every time.
Yeah.
We had a bad snap on that. But we talk about this. Zarek has thrown the ball on target, quick release when he has time to put his feet underneath him. We're putting together a drive. We're doing very well. And this will always give you some big boosts. That roughing the kicker can really boost an offense, give them some hope. We drive down here, keep looking good. You got to still try to run the ball because that offensive line is going to be stacking up.
Yep.
You don't want your quarterback to feel. You want him to have enough time to be able to set his feet and throw the ball. So let's see how they do. This is looking good, though.
Yeah, and they're in great field position to start this second quarter. So let's see what they can do. They need to get some points on the board before halftime. They can't go into halftime with a big deficit. It just never ends well for the Plainsmen when they do that. So we'll keep you updated on some scores from around the state afterward or throughout the game. And Norman actually up 13-3 over the Spartans now. Wow, what a game in Bixby. Sure, Landon Collins is having some fun over there. He was texting me. He got some free Raising Canes earlier from Bixby, but we had Olive Garden, so
that's right.
You can't complain about that.
I had a protein drink. I had to stay till after school. You guys got DCAs a little bit longer.
Yeah, we left about 12:30, I think. Yeah, we left pretty early.
I left at 4:30. All right, here we go.
Zarek steps back. Low snap, under pressure.
Oh, there he goes.
And he's off. Rolls out left. Calls for a man, and he has him. That's going to be caught by number 13, Keon Young, for a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. We'll bring up second down, or third down, and about 6 after the gain of 6 on the play.
Great movement by Zarek. That's a great job moving around, buying some time. Good job on the receiving course. They all had looked downfield. None of them stopped. They kept moving, trying to get open.
So trips to the right, and they got jumping on Moore, and so it's going to be a offsides on the defense. And that's going to get Enid a 3rd down and 1 after the gain of 5 off the penalty.
That young man was wanting to get back there real quick because Zarek said something, then he just turned to look at the Enid Plainsman sideline for a play, and the guy jumped when he turned his head to look at the play. He was really anxious to get back there. Yeah.
So here we go, 3rd down and 1 after the offsides penalty. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Interesting play call here. We have Carmona. Carmona is going to go up the middle on this one, and he is going to. It's going to be a Plainsman 1st down. They're in the blue zone now, so here we go on 1st down and 10.
They have a little pep to their step right now there, Liam. They're looking good. People are making plays, moving their feet. That's good. See how it goes on now. Now, the hard part when you hit the blue zone, now you have a smaller field to move around in. Your plays and your throws have to be spot on, or they can turn around for another turnover, the worst score. So let's for them, not for us. We want to score.
So here we go, 1st down and 10. It's going to be another handoff Carmona. He's going to get taken down behind the line of scrimmage, bring up a 2nd down for the Plainsmen.
That was an defensive end on that side who really had no one that could be able to block him. He scooted himself out far enough where our offensive lineman could not even do a side step to get him. He went right up and read the play beautifully and had him back there for a 5-yard loss. 2nd and 15.
So 11 minutes left in that Bixby game in the second quarter. 14-3 still the score. They got the extra point. So that's going to be interesting to see how that shakes up the standings. Bixby might lose their 1st round bye.
You're hopeful.
So here we go. Enid steps back. Zarek Slater has a man, and that's picked off by Moore in their own end zone. And they're going to take this one back. And he's going to keep running. He might take this one all the way. And he's right in the line. 40, 50, 45, 40, 35, taken out at about the 27-yard line. Moore in a great position after the interception by Zarek Slater. As you mentioned, the field gets narrower when you get down there, and you have to avoid a turnover. Unfortunately, the new starting quarterback could not.
Well, I was about to say before that play, I looked up and I saw the rain had started to pick up again. I almost said, here comes the rain again, so watch out for the slippage of the ball. And sure enough, that ball came out high and out way high. Yeah. Because until then, think about it. Every pass was spot on. Yeah. He was spot on, and now you've got the big rain coming back in.
This rain's just not going to give it a rest tonight.
Now we'll see how we bounce back. We have pep to our step in offense. We see if the defense can do something in return.
So here we go. It's a Moore 1st down and 10 after the interception on the Enid 27. And here we go. Steps back as a man. Touchdown, Moore High. What a tremendous hold onto the ball, and that's going to be a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct by the Lions. They'll take it, though. It's a Lion touchdown to go up by 4 possessions on their senior night.
Yeah, well, those of you who saw that play, he ran right at the field for like a straight-up fly. Quarterback just laid it up there for it's called a catch ball, go ball, jump ball. A lot of people use it differently, and he was able to jump. We had 2 defenders back there, but he's able to get it from them both for another more touchdown.
Yeah, so Lions pinning the extra point up 27-0 on the Plainsmen. Looking to make it 28-0, and I believe the flag was for unsportsmanlike conduct in the end zone for the touchdown celebration.
Yep, that's a call by Mr. Referee himself, Mr. Whitecap.
Yep.
They'll be accessing that penalty off on the kickoff.
So now that you remind me, and since this is my last game for Plainsman football, it's pretty funny looking back at some of my moments here on EPS TV. I mean, Kennedy Graves used to be our director. I don't know if you guys remember us giving her shout-outs all the time, but she used to be our director for about the last 2 years. We had another director before her. But I remember so faintly as a camera operator, I always remember hearing, as soon as that yellow flag was on the field, it was, get to the white hat, get to the white hat, get to the white hat, immediately.
Yeah.
And it was a good time, though. I miss those guys sometimes. I mean, it's been definitely a weird year without them. I mean, I'm so used to them being here all the time. And they're all off doing their own thing now. I mean.
And guess what? Those that are here tonight with you and the other senior Dominic over here directing, you guys will be gone next year. And I'll be up here with someone who'll be saying the same thing, like, I sure miss Liam and Dominic and all those guys.
Yeah. So here we go. It's on kickoff. Lions going to kick this one away. They've been
And guess what? Guess what? I'll still be drinking a protein drink on the way to games.
Oh.
I usually have a nice dinner, and I love you, my wife, who's out there listening, watching, but our kitchen's being remodeled, so we don't have much ways to cook, so it's a lot of easy, simple stuff.
Yeah. So high onside kick's probably going to be the move for the Lions.
Now look what they've done.
Yep, and they're going to adjust for it. Moore's got to be careful, because if they do this one too many times, then Plainsmen might get this one and take this one back to the house.
Liam just got blown off the table over here. We had a gust of wind come up. There it is, high kick.
Yeah. Let me get this stuff back in my pile. It fell into the – and Plainsmen got this one, and they're going to start at about the 40. So right before that snap, my papers fell off the table and fell into the puddle of rain we have up here. So
thankfully, Juan Chavez, number 16, Tyson Kennedy had the ball bounced out of his hand, hit the ground, lost control, but Mr. Chavez ran and got on it before Moore was able. So here we go, on the 40, good field position again.
So the Plainsmen need to get something done here. We have about 10 minutes till halftime. They need to try to get some points on the board so they don't go to half down or scoreless.
Remember, we moved the ball very well last series, so.
We've got the rain slow down once again. So here we go on first down and 10. Zarek steps back. Looking deep, looking for Keon. Almost picked off by Moore once again. That one's going to be incomplete for a Plainsman. Second down and 10.
Moore defense is taking out our 2 wideouts, one on each side.
Yeah.
They're doing one Keon. They got one low, one high. And I'm looking over there. Desmond Milstead, he also is being one low, one high. They're trying to take away the deep threat, the big ball, and forcing our quarterback. Now they got single coverage over there on Desmond.
They've watched film perfectly. So here we go. It's going to be a Plainsman second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Zarek steps back once again. Under pressure. And he's just going to have to go out of bounds. That's going to be a big loss for the Plainsmen. It's going to bring up a third down and long.
So I just told you that Desmond had a single coverage, and that's what Zarek was looking for right off the bat. They were looking for a one-on-one matchup on the right side.
Yeah. So here we go. It's going to be a third down, and it's going to be a little bit longer than 12. I think it's a little bit longer than that, about third and 16.
And the guy running the sign a little bit.
Yeah, so another high snap by Zarek. Zarek under pressure. He needs to get this one off so he doesn't get, and he just has to throw this one away. Almost picked off by Moore once again. So that's going to be another failed drive for the Plainsmen. That's going to be number 4 for the Plainsmen, and yeah, just a rough start for the Plainsmen, and nothing much else you can really say about it. Moore's going to come back out on the field, and Condor hasn't been in a position yet where he can try to go for 4th down because he's either way back behind the line or he's in his own territory to where he can't risk it, giving Moore another score. Last year, and that one's going to be up and away past the 50. So let's see where they mark this one at. So if you remember last year, I don't know if any of you guys watched this because we were unable to broadcast last year's Moore game due to illness. But last year, the score was 21-7 at halftime. Enid on top. Score before halftime with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter is 28-0 Moore. So definitely some things Plainsmen are going to.
The pep talk was real simple.
Yeah.
They knocked you out last year. You've got to make sure you take care of business.
And
tonight.
that was enough, especially with it being senior night tonight. It was just enough for Moore to be motivated to win tonight's game.
Right. Here we go.
So here we go. Moore on first down and 10. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And going to get about a gain of 5 on the play. We'll bring up second down and 5.
So besides a 1-yard touchdown run when we had the high snap on the punt and gave the ball to them, their scores have been on pass plays right now.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, sorry to interrupt this one with a score update again. Norman up 23 over the Bixby Spartans at Bixby on their senior night. Norman up big. Norman's a team we didn't even think would be a contender this year. Now they're jonesing for the first place spot.
Before we played them, we all looked at them like, okay, they're normal. They're nothing super. And all of a sudden, we ran into a buzzsaw that Norman that night. And Norman's been doing quite well ever since.
Yeah. So here we go. Another handoff for the Lions. And trying to get taken down for a loss. And he's going to be short of the first down. Maybe just short by about a yard.
Tyson Kennedy comes all the way back from the safe position and finds a gap and just about able to make him for a loss. Just barely missing, but he read that run very well.
Yeah, definitely did. So bring up a more third down and 2. So let's see what they're going to do here. In Enid territory now. And it's going to be another handoff up the middle, and they're going to get it. It's a Lion. First down and 10. They just took that play up the middle and got the easy yardage. So that's going to be a first down and 10 at about the Enid 34-yard line. That wind's starting to pick up now. It seems like now that the rain went away, the wind's going to start picking up. So he's never going to break here in Oklahoma. I mean, those winds last week were gusting 50 miles an hour. I mean,
so much smoke and fire and everything else. Yeah, that flag to our right is just starting to be straight out now with the wind.
Yeah. Here we go. First down and 10. Another handoff up the middle. Has an opening. He's going to be short of the first down after about a gain of 7 or 8. Brings up second down for before the Lions.
I tell you, Tyson Kennedy, once again, he came from deep. He tried to run up in the gap there and make a play. I watched him as he was on the ground. He got frustrated because he read the gap well and just missed it by half a step. So he's back there thinking about it again. He's doing a great job on reading the gaps and shooting up there.
So subbing in for Juan Chavez, number 31, Wyatt Cordray. And Moore's going to hand this one off for another first down. And they're going to get a little bit more, so that'll be a more first down in the red zone.
You want to guess who helped make that tackle?
Who?
Tyson Kennedy.
Yeah. I mean, Tyson Kennedy's a star on both offense and defense. So, I mean.
They're all doing well. You know, it's hard when you're down. You just got to keep filling the gaps, keep fighting, keep pushing. Yeah.
So here we go on first down and 10. The Lions hand this one off, and he's going to get stopped. And how about 3 men on him? It's going to be a loss for the Lions. Brings up second down and long.
Leading the way was Russell there.
Yeah, Jordan Russell,
Russell, he was the one leading the way. Great job on his part.
And like I said earlier, I mean, this is off topic, but a decent turnout by the Enid community on the away side with the conditions. Like I said, still a decent turnout.
Great support.
Yeah. So here we go. Steps back, and that one's going to be dropped. It's going to be 3rd down and long.
When I left at 4:30, I mean, I went right through the heart of nothing but rain all the way down. Down is the only time it eased up when I got in the parking lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it started pouring when I got out here. So at least I walked through with no rain.
Yeah.
But people who drive, they love their family, they love their team.
Yeah.
They drive down here through the rain. They want to support their kids. Some of those parents are here because it's their son's last football game, or some of our cheer and pom. This is it for a football game, so their parents are down here supporting them as well.
Yeah. There we go, 3rd down and long. Looking, and that one's deflected. It's going to be a more 4th down. Plainsman offense coming back onto the field for their 5th drive of this game.
He was engaged in being blocked, and right at the perfect time, raised his hand up to get his block on there. That was a great play by Jarrett Russell there. Awesome job.
And they're keeping their offense on the field, looks like.
Well, yeah, you can try for a field goal into a tight win, or you can at least try to go for it. You got to be careful in the pass play. They did nothing but runs here, so for that last play, try a flare pass.
Yeah, they're keeping their offense on the field. It's going to be a 4th down and 12 attempt. Steps back under pressure. And he's looking for man. And that one's incomplete. It's going to be Plainsman ball at their own about 25.
That's a great job. No flags, no pass interference, nothing there. Great job by the Enid Plainsman defense on a short field.
Yeah.
By the Moore, and we were able to stop him. It's a great job.
Yeah. So great job by the Plainsmen. It's going to be a Plainsman 1st down and 10 with 6 minutes left to go in halftime. It's Plainsman ball. Plainsmen get ball after halftime. So start the 2nd half. Plainsman gets ball. So here we go, 1st down and 10 from the 15. And this one's going to be a handoff to Carmona. Carmona got a little bit of yardage there, not too much. Will bring about a 1 or 2 yard gain for a 2nd down.
Zaire Allen's over here on the left side with a one-on-one coverage. And I think they gave Keon a break over there with the tight end. So now we got him back over on the far side. Brody Mills came in on for Keon, and now he's going back out there.
Yeah.
Brody plays that tight end quite well, to be honest with you. He's a very quiet young man, but very excellent character and a very hard worker. A lot of these young people have been looking up to the senior class. I'll pause for a moment.
Yeah. So here we go, 2nd down and 8. And that one's going to be a big gain. It's a Plainsman 1st down.
Great throw. Once again, if it wasn't for that one ball out of his hand because of the rain, he is on target. He's throwing quickly.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best we've seen Zarek play, as I said, since this is the best we've seen him play all season long since he took over as quarterback.
Yeah. I get to see him on JV nights at times and stuff like that, so this is really good. When he sets his feet, when he has time to do that, he is really doing quite well tonight.
Yeah, definitely is. So here we go. Enid hands this one off to Carmona. Zarek Slater hands this one off to Carmona. That one's going to be another loss for 2nd down. About 12 on the play.
Don't forget, we do get the ball 2nd half. So it'd be nice if we get a 2-for-1, get down and score now, and then get to play 2nd half kickoff. That'd be great. You get half of this back right here, it'd be great.
Yeah, it definitely would be. Let's see.
Again, they got double coverage on top screen there, and they got one-on-one down here.
So see, it is 2nd down. That one is up high, going straight for Moore. And it kind of seemed like he stopped running the route a little bit, and that one just was almost picked up by Moore for an interception.
I believe that was a miscommunication. Zarek thought he was going to run a fly up the sideline, and what they did instead, he found a hole, Desmond did, and stopped and turned to settle down in the gap between the two.
Yeah.
And there's a little miscommunication there. That's all that was. So we got 3rd and long here, folks.
On 3rd and long, let's see what Zarek Slater in the offense can do. He's already under pressure. Looking for a man. Has Zaire, and that's a Plainsman, and he dropped it. That would have been a Plainsman first down, but Zaire drops that one, so it's going to be a failed 5th drive for the Plainsmen. It's going to be a more takeover, not takeover on downs, but they're going to get the ball back after this kickoff with about 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go before halftime.
Zarek once again settles his feet down through a ball on target. Just is hard. You know, you want to try to make sure you get your feet in. You want to make sure you get a first down. You know, we always say this before you make sure you catch the ball, and it's just tough. It's a good kick.
And that one's going to go. That one's going to go deep. That's a good one by Baumfleck. And he's going to take it down at about the 16-yard line, 17-yard line for a more first down deep in their own territory. So that's probably the best field position that, or the worst field position Moore has started with all season long.
Well, here's
or not
thing.
all season, but all game long.
I know it. I know what you mean. You know what? You'd be nice right now, don't you?
Pick 6.
Turnover, scoop and score.
Yeah, anything right now.
Anything. We both said anything at the same time.
Yeah.
Give these young men a boost. Defense, once again, Moore has scored, pardon me, just on passing plays.
Yeah.
Oh, except for the 1-yard run. That's easy on that one. But let's see what they can do. They've got 3 minutes and 54 seconds now with all 3 timeouts.
So we'll see on first down and 10 what the Lions can do. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and man in motion. He ran the trick play, and he's not going to get too far. It'll be about a gain of 1 or 2 on the play for a Plainsman for Moore. 2nd down and 8. So here we go on 2nd down and 8. See what the Lions are going to do.
Pretty good turnout by a student section of Moore tonight for a senior night in the
I don't know if you guys have heard. I'm sure you could hear, but anytime they score, their band's not here. They just start singing their fight song. That's a great support by the students.
When I walked in, some parents were trying to get their money back. They said, "Well, they just canceled the band. We wanted to just take our band kit home." So the student section has jumped up pretty good down there to fill in.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 4 for the Lions in their own territory. 1 to the right, 2 to the left. And steps back under pressure, and he's going to get taken down with authority by who else in Gustavo Renteria.
Great play on defense, great coverage downfield. Ladies and gentlemen,
here it is again.
If you hear all this screaming, it's because we are having a downpour.
Again, it just came out of nowhere.
I know sometimes on television you cannot tell how bad it is, but it is coming down.
It is pouring, yes.
And unfortunately for our fans across the way, there is no shelter.
No, there is not.
Except for the umbrellas they have and everything else, but there is no shelter over there.
I'm sure you've been able to hear the wind here tonight on our headsets. So here we go. It's 4th down and 2. They're going to punt this one away. Almost blocked. Not too good of a punt there. And it's going to stop at about the 44-yard line. Plainsmen a good start to their 6th drive of this game so far.
And with a minute 53, all 3 timeouts, we're near midfield.
Yeah.
Looks like we'll be on the 45-yard line.
But you got to watch the rain. Rain just started up just in time for the Plainsmen 6th drive, so they got to be careful. You know what we got to hope for with this rainstorm, or not with this rain. We got to hope no lightning. We don't need a lightning delay.
Once again, our camera people doing a great job, but the rain's starting to come down sideways now. That's how hard the wind is blowing.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. And Liam told me we were going to be inside today.
Well, that was the plan until we got here.
That's all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a heads up, if it does get too bad to where the rain is coming in sideways and we have to take our cameras down for a few, we're going to cut to a screen. We'll still have commentary live, but we're going to have to cut off our cameras if it becomes unsafe for our camera operators. So here we go. It's going to be a Plainsmen first down and 10 from their own 45-yard line with the rain absolutely pouring down on them. Maybe the worst it's been all night. I just got something in my eye.
So just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, we have a delay in game because the referee went and got the wet ball and said it was too wet to play with and asked for another ball from Enid High. And so he is now bringing, and what they're going to try to do, probably switch the ball out every play. That's how hard the rain is.
I mean, it is pouring. I'm sure you can hear the wind on our headsets. We're trying to talk as loud as we can to talk over this wind, but it is blowing. This is some Oklahoma stuff for you. So here we go, first down and 10, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Illegal procedure, illegal motion by the Plainsmen.
So it'll be essentially false start, loss of 5 on the play, or on the penalty.
The gentlemen who are trying to keep the balls dry on their side has got multiple towels around the balls right now to try to keep them. They're going to be switching them now.
Yeah, so rain is just pouring, but it is a beautiful sight from our point of view. You have the lights right in front of you. You see the rain pouring. Wishing it was snow, though. I mean, this reminds me of the real fast. I'll get back to that in just a second, and Carmona's going to get taken down back quite a bit. It'll bring up second down and about 14 on the play. But this reminds me of the Edmond Memorial game. It almost looks like snow coming down, but back in 2022, my sophomore year, we had a snowstorm right before the game started. I mean, the snow just started coming down, and it was a very fun game. We ended up winning that game by about 5 points, I think. I mean, that was one of my favorite memories so far.
You just wanted to have no school for the whole week. If this was snow, Oklahoma would be shut down for a week. So
Zach rolls out right under pressure. He's going to have to throw this one up, and that's going to be no good. Incomplete pass brings up third down and 15. The rain's still coming down pretty heavy. It's probably messing up Zarek just a little bit. First time he's ever had to play in rain before, and it's only his second game ever he's started. So, I mean, he's had to play some pretty bad conditions right now. I mean, it is very miserable, very cold, very rainy out. So it's rough.
You see what's going on the other sideline over there? Our cheer and palm are still doing their stuff over there in the rain.
So huge shout out to them. All our cheer and palm.
All right, big third down. We got to at least run some clock off because they still have 3 timeouts.
And it's just absolutely
Mr. Parker's over here trying to keep things dry for us.
So here we go, a handoff, and that one's going to be no good. The Plainsmen going to go off the field on an unsuccessful 6th drive.
And guess what?
What?
Moore called a timeout. Moore
There's
calls
35
a timeout
seconds.
35 seconds in the rain. And what do you need over here? Sorry, we're trying to help Mr. Parker right now.
And it's just absolutely coming down.
So while we have this timeout, let me remind you, you may not know this, probably before you were even born, but I was at the New England Patriots Oakland Raiders playoff game, which turned out to be the Tuck Rule game, and it snowed so hard that in between series they had to go shovel off the 5 and 10 yard lines. We couldn't even see, it was so bad.
Oh, it is absolutely coming down. The wind's blowing it over in our area. Still no lightning, so play is still going on here and more. It is 4th down. Plainsmen looking to punt this one away.
Oh, bad snap.
And they're going to be taken down. Moore's going to start with good field position with about 29 seconds on the clock.
Bad snap, ball's wet, mishandled. 28 seconds left. Moore gets the ball on the 33-yard line.
Yeah.
How we doing, guys? We doing good? I'm looking over everyone over here with cameras and everything. Someone needs to get a picture on camera with the left hand. He's got his cap on, hoodie on, just miles away over there.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. This is the first time I've ever caught a game with weather like this, so it's pretty fun. We've caught it in the deathly cold, but we haven't caught a rain game like this before.
Yeah, see what they're going to do. Bet you they're going to throw the
and
ball.
steps back, looking deep, might have a man. And they're called incomplete. No contact, so it won't be a pass interference. Pass incomplete brings up 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock at 2:10.
We are, sorry, guys.
Trying to keep things dry over here.
Trying to keep you staying in live here on those last few seconds of first half. More with Enid. It's been great. Yeah. By the way, I'm a special guest. Usually there's a student here, but I wanted to come down and do this game with the Liam as his last football game.
Yeah, and then we start tip-off in about 3 weeks. So that one's going to be fun. So on 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass, steps back, found an opening. He has tons of room, taken down, and he looked like he.
Yep, they called it.
And it's going to be Plainsmen ball.
That's the end of the half. We'll take a knee for that one.
Yeah.
It's a great stop.
Yeah, it definitely is. So at the end of the, well, we're going to wait till they take the knee, but what a great way to end. That was a big, just a big tackle for a fumble, and the Plainsmen are going to start with the ball at 2nd half. And my goodness, it is just coming down.
I'm going to tell you something. When Moore called that timeout, because they had so much confidence they were going to score on Enid, and Enid held their ground. They're like, okay, really, you're going to score? No, watch this. We're not even going to let you not score. We're going to hit you, tackle you, cause you a fumble, and recover the ball at the same time. Yeah. Now, this, unless they hurry up and snap the ball, this should be a knee down.
Yeah. So here we go, and
that's it.
That was close. It looked like I almost dropped the ball. So at the end of the first half, score here in Moore is Enid 0, Moore 28. Mr. Monax, tell us a little bit of what you've seen so far in this game.
For the last 4.5 minutes, a lot of rain. I tell you, it's and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but what it is the weather of Oklahoma. And here's what I want to say to you: we were driving the ball, and the rain started, and I almost said something, and it slipped out of there at 10.
Yeah.
And then we had a bad snap when they had the ball again, but we held them. Yeah. You think about it, they took off on a 21-zip run. Yeah. And first quarter, with 6 minutes left in the first quarter, and then we held them 7-0 from 6 minutes on. So on that part, we did a great job. Yeah. You get to go inside, you get to dry, you get to take their wet equipment off for a little bit, try to warm up. When you get the ball, Zarek is throwing very well. When he has his feet underneath him, which he has done most of the time, he got his feet settled very well. He's thrown the ball on target well. It's just as hard. Yeah. They got double coverage on our 2 best receivers with Desmond and also Keon. There's a high-low. It's hard when you lose your starting running back. They're doing the best. It's little victories right now, but you see some good things. And defense has really stepped up, not allowing Moore to score the touchdown at the very last. Yeah, and it's just been an interesting game so far. Not the way the Plainsmen want to start their not the way they want to start their last game on the season. It's been a tough game so far, and there's not much else you could say about it. And sorry, I keep pausing for the PA now, so I'm making sure there's not a lightning delay. And kind of sitting here, getting ready to call the rest of this game afterwards. It's just 28-0. You've seen some, like you said, positive things out of Zarek Slater, positive things out of Tyson Kennedy, positive things out of, everyone you've seen so far. So not much else you can say. I guess we're going to sit here for halftime. I don't think I really ever confirmed a halftime interview this week. Ladies and gentlemen. I did. You did. But this is his type of weather, so he might be out there dancing right now. If you didn't know, I had COVID the first half of the week and then the latter half of last week, so I was kind of behind on some things. I got back Thursday, got back to school, and ultimately I was still behind on quite a bit, but I was able to get it caught up and got more access stuff at 8 o'clock this morning. So
definitely a good thing.
We do not ask Mr. Monax what time he got to look at that stuff after I got at 8 o'clock this morning. I did not look at it while I was driving in the rain. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I mean,
Liam, you have been doing this now. Well, I'll interview you. You always interview us.
Yeah. Here we go.
So
here we go.
So tell us a little bit of your history of.
Oh, here we go.
of here. Tell us a little bit. Tell me.
Okay, so
I can tell my side, and we don't want to do that. So tell us just the side. I mean, this is your last football game.
So my freshman year, our teacher at the time, I was taking the Media Studies and Advertising class, and he had offered me a position for to be in the class, and I was able to get in the class sophomore year, and that ultimately led me to where I'm at now. But at first, I started off as a camera operator. Actually, funny story. Got a funny story to tell you. My first ever away game, our director at the time, Kennedy, kicked me out of the press box because I couldn't get the camera centered on the football. That was like my third game ever doing that. So,
I wasn't trying to avoid you.
Oh, no, I was just
a no for me. So they kicked you off because you couldn't center the camera?
Because I couldn't center the ball on the camera, or center the camera on the ball. So that was pretty funny. Ultimately improved my camera work after that. By the end of the season, I was one of the top camera operators in the class, not to boost the ego or anything.
Facts.
It's just what happened. And then I ultimately decided that I wanted to try commentary. I mean, there was an opening for girls basketball with Hayden Clark, and I tried it, or I attempted it. Next thing I know, I'm getting called in this guy's office right here, and he's talking me through everything, helping me out, and then we start commentary for girls basketball, me and Hayden Clark, and we did our first game. Our second game ever will be the game I remember forever in basketball, the buzzer beater against our rivals, Ponca City.
Beautiful shot
that was. I still go back and look at that to this day.
Yes.
So that's really fun to look back at. Then I ended up calling soccer on myself. That just kind of got put on to me, and so I ended up doing soccer by myself, and then moved on from that. Went back to camera for baseball, and then we ended off the year the year of baseball. And then we go into my junior year under Mr. Prokopis. You got me, Landon, Hayden, Kennedy, and Seven. We're all returning from the class. And last year was a excellent, spectacular year for EPS Vision. One of the best the program has probably ever seen under Mr. Prokopis. And it was an awesome year. I mean, we got a lot of stuff done. We were able to bring you a lot more stuff.
Baseball.
Red Zone Rundown got started. Baseball got started officially.
Yes.
And we got to start broadcasting from the new soccer complex. So I called basketball last year. One game as color, and then Hayden gave me play-by-play. So I finished off as play-by-play. Then I go into soccer season, and we introduced our first we did that the year before, but we got to commentate with our first Spanish-speaking female commentator. That was awesome. And then finished off the season by myself, and then we went back into baseball season, camera operator once again. And so now we're here now. We had volleyball at the beginning of the season. I was director, camera operator, all that stuff. And then we had all the football games. I've been play-by-play for that, except for last week when we had to cancel because the class just came down with illness. I had COVID. A few other things happened. So, that's story short.
Yeah, that's his side of the story. Let me tell you my side of the story real quick, okay? I remember pulling him in, and I remember asking him, do you want to be a commentator? Remember that?
Yeah.
And you were like, I guess. I'm like, there's no I guessing. Do you want to be a commentator? And he said yes. And then what I did, I made sure, Mr. Liddell, I know he is stuck on the other side because of the downpour. Hear me out when I say this, Mr. Liddell. I made sure I pulled you out of electives. And I would sit there and I would play film for you. Remember that? I would make you commentate in front of me in my office. How great was those days?
I was not very great those days.
And then I gave you homework assignment. Remember, I gave you homework. I made him go home, watch football. I made him listen to different people, and I made him watch. I think I even told you one time, turn off the sound and commentate.
And I did do that a few times, actually. I mean,
a lot of people might say, well, gee, this guy gets to just get this be a camera guy, then a director guy, then be able to comment. No, I made sure. And a couple times I pulled you in with whoever your partner was at the time and said, you're not going to do this. You're going to do that. Remember? And we worked on it. And I'm telling you, you guys have done an amazing matter of fact, I got something. Hold on. I got to step off right here. Stay here. Liam, I got something for you.
Oh, here we go. I don't know what this is. Let's see what he has. He's right there. Let's see. What does he have?
So, in honor
there we go. There we go.
What do you think it is? In honor of your last football game, I called Coach Condor. And I said, listen, Liam has been calling games now for us. He does an amazing job. You're going to go into this as a living, a livelihood. And so I said, I know you want an Effortville hat. I know you did, right? That's what you wanted. And he didn't have one. So I had him make one that says Mullinax #1. No, I didn't do that. But what I have here on behalf of multiple people, EPS Vision TV, Broadcast, Enid High, Mitchell Liddell, I want to say on Coach Condor, I got you a hat that is the Exit 194B.
Oh, look at that.
So when you go off to college and you became famous and all that, you'll always know how to get back to Enid, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Exit 194B.
So I want to present this to you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to put this on real fast.
I'm so really proud of this young man. He's done an amazing job.
Well, it's going to – hold on.
You got to adjust it. It's fine. He's all excited. It's like Christmas. He's like a 5-year-old waking up to Santa Claus right now. He's been wanting this, wanting something, and I thought, what a great way to present this. And I hope your mom and dad are watching because you guys have raised a great young man on Liam.
Oh, they are going to love that. Yeah. I know they're watching right now.
So there you go. There you go. What do you think?
There we go. It is nice. I love this hat. And when we get the dress-up days at school, I'm going to wear this all the time.
Yeah, you'll probably be told take off your hat in school Monday. You'll probably wear it all the time. But on behalf of Enid High School and everything that's there, thank you for representing us.
It's been an absolute pleasure
doing this, and I'm sorry that it's a rainy, cold day. But I tell you what, Liam, I'm looking forward for your progress as in this area. When we see and hear about Landon's on calls over there with Norman, you just never know what the door opens. Always keep doing what you did. I remember when you came in, and I said, you got to quit saying this, this, and this. And I said, and what was the worst enemy, I said? What was the worst enemy?
No dead air, and there was one other one, but I don't think I can say that on air.
No, it wasn't that one. It wasn't that bad. You don't criticize the refs.
That's what it was.
But I said, dead air is the enemy. And you have learned to really do well. You've learned when to be quiet so we could, at home, we can watch the play, and then you know when to speak. For someone who's been doing this at a high school, you've done an amazing job. I'm very proud of you. I really am. When you are – I'm going to flip on my TV one day, and your name's going to be somewhere out there. I'm going to say, hey, I know that guy. So,
look who it is. Look who it is.
This guy loves this weather, so we're going to get Mr. Liddell on here. I guess I want to step out for a minute because he's my boss.
He's my best.
I got to go with him. But it's a good thing he didn't get here earlier because I was going to quiz him on rules of American football and see how many. He gives me a hard time being Ted Lasso on soccer with that football. But I'm going to turn it over to I tell you what, I love this man. This guy is an amazing principal.
Oh, yeah.
The students love him. The staff love him. He's always seen. He tells us to do something. He gives us the liberty to run and do it.
Yeah.
He's a great man as well, great husband, great dad. Yeah. His kids are better looking than him. So here he is, our principal, Greg Liddell.
Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having some fun here. It's the final game of the season. Got to let loose. And so here we go. Mr. Liddell, we're back. It's been – what has it been?
Been a few months.
7 months? 7 months?
Yeah, since soccer season, Liam.
You know what? I'm gonna let you off the hook a little bit. Let's talk about soccer. The new district just got announced. Tough district. I mean, you got Stillwater, Sapulpa, Owasso, or Union, one of the two. You got Jinx, and you got us, U.S. Grants. I mean, you got some very tough teams.
It is stacked, but the best part that I love, Coach Cabada got me and was like, we're going to win that district. And the boys think that's what they're going to do, and belief's a huge part of it. So
you got David Smith coming back.
David Smith's a stud, big. And all the other lads have stepped up and have been buzzing behind the scenes, and they put in an awful lot of work, so they'll be ready. They're excited, and I'm excited for the girls. I think the girls have an awful lot of potential.
Yeah.
Coach Lavoie's a stud with
I
his
mean,
soccer
they're
knowledge.
returning a lot of players this year.
You're right.
And
you're
a lot
right.
of the big key players are seniors. So, I mean, it's going to be an interesting year for some Plainsmen and Pacer soccer.
This is it. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right on. You're right
I mean,
on.
it's been kind of a dull 2 years here, but they're going to get back on track this year. Me and Liddell are going to call it right now. November of 2024, when we start the season, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one.
I'm buying in on that. The facility's beautiful.
Yeah.
Coaches have got 3 years experience under them now. They are primed. Everything's in a great spot. So
yeah,
I'm with
it definitely
you.
is.
I'm buying it.
So game here tonight. Obviously not going in too well in Enid's favor. So I mean, we see some big plays out of Zarek, out of Tyson Kennedy, out of Keon. So that's pretty good so far. I'll give a little bit of a recap there. But I'm going to jump ship a little bit here. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on around the high school. I mean, here lately and what's coming up, too.
Yeah, no, buzzing around, Liam, an awful lot of pieces going on. First of all, big shout out to Mr. Mullinax. He's an absolute stud. Everyone who talks to him, you know exactly how he is.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got to say it while he's not around, but he gave me major props there. He's too kind, and that must mean he's going to look to trade me some duty next week. But he is, he's the best. And our whole admin team are special. It's sometimes tough as principals because we've got to lay down the law and maintain things and regulate, but we always do it for the best interests of our kids.
Yeah.
And I think that everybody ultimately knows that. It can be a little testy at times, but overall we do well.
Yeah.
So those are the pieces there. Things going on around the high school, Liam. We're absolutely buzzing. I'm really, really excited about this upcoming piece. November 14th, which is this coming Thursday. And I can't get too far ahead of myself. We'll start with Monday. We've got a Veterans Day Assembly, Air Force ROTC, JROTC, Colonel Murray and Sergeant Nelson. They put on a great show. And Veterans Day Assembly Monday will be class as it always is. Very, I say excited. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but I really look forward to the whole school be able to pay our respects together and honour the veterans. And I think it's beautiful.
The students really know that's more of a respect thing. Like some of the assemblies, they may not take as seriously, but they know this one's a respect one, and they act on their best behavior. That's some of the best you'll see Enid High students in the Veterans Day Assembly is definitely one of them.
I'm delighted to hear you as a student say that, Liam, and obviously you're a student leader, and that's a big piece. But it does make me nervous each year because I know what it means. And I don't think our kids would intentionally do it.
Yeah.
Occasionally people don't get it and they're a bit goofy, and then it's like, no, it's not the time, guys.
No.
But yes, you're exactly right. In recent times, kids have been on point and been fantastic with it. So it's been awesome.
Yeah.
So we got that Monday. Looking forward to that day. But the Thursday day is really neat. Now, kids will say, Liddell, you're crazy, but we're taking the ACT, but we're taking the pre-ACT for our 9th graders. We're actually bringing the 8th graders up too. So if you're coming through our whole pathway now, you get 8th and 9th grade taking the same test, getting in the game with the 8th and 9th pre-ACT. As a 10th grader, as a sophomore, you take the next wave, the next level of development, which is also a 10th grade pre-ACT. Then our juniors this year are actually going to do a practice ACT, which all the research shows kids get in and do it at least once. Their next score usually jumps up at least 1.5, 2 points.
Mine did. I mean, mine jumped up 2 points when I retook it a few weeks ago. I went from 19 to 21.
That's awesome. Well, congrats to you.
No, thank you.
And that truly is it. Because if you think about it, if you've not practiced for that real game and you've never played it before, you hang, you try, but you don't really know what's coming. So the next time your brain adjusts, you adapt, you tune in a little more focused, you might start a little faster in certain sections, set yourself up for success. The educators sharing some of the tips and tricks. We had quite a few of our students go to Chad Cargill today. Chad's been famous over the last 25 years putting on an ACT. I believe he raised his ACT score from like a 16 to, I believe it was a 35. I don't want to misspeak. Chad, if I'm off on that, my apologies. But I'm giving him a shout out because he always comes back to the Enid area. It was at Autry today. We had quite a few of our students go to that workshop, and hopefully they're going to move the needle on that. So that happens. And then our seniors who have done you class of 25, big man, you've already done your ACT that you're required to take for the state. So now you seniors are going to head over to Northwestern Oklahoma State, not Alva, the Enid campus. Get bussed over there. There's going to be a good lunch for you guys, and along the way there'll be 2 waves. There'll be a community breakout sessions where you'll actually get everything from police and fire going to be talking, insurance agents. We've got quite the range. Youth and family are there. YWCA. There's KH Financial. There's Bay Insurance. things that are like, we've heard our students graduating on their senior surveys say, you know what, we need these things for transition. We need to be ready to adult. And so we're hearing them. Dr. Rhodes has been instrumental in breathing life into that. Our guidance team, all our counsellors have all chipped in to make this come alive. And then the other piece is, Liam, you're getting to do reality check. Reality check is almost like, you've maybe heard of it. You get basically a, here's your salary. Then you're going to work your way around the room and they give you different things. You might get a speeding ticket. You may, someone may get pregnant and have a baby on the way. You've got to have rent, but maybe you've got certain illnesses, so you have to have an apartment that has certain levels of fresh air or air pump. So now you've got to manage your budget. So now it becomes very real, and it's not just, oh yeah, I'll drop $1,500 on my brand new, Denali Yukon XL so I can cruise the buddies around. You've got to manage your money and see where it's at. So we're really excited for our students to go through that, for the seniors, all the testing that day. It's all hands on deck. It's a long day, but it's a great day. And so we'll build towards that Thursday. And then, fall sports are wrapping up. Spring sports I'm getting excited. You spoke soccer. Winter sports they've been busting their tail. They're training hard. Got wrestling on the road tomorrow. They're down in Yukon opening up things there. Next week, swim get live. They get things. They're on the road and then they're at home not too long later, a couple of days later. So they're up and running. And then basketball, their first games are the Monday of Thanksgiving break. And so really excited. New head coaches in each of those programs.
Coach Gilmore and Coach Singh, I believe.
Singh,
Coach Singh,
And so excited. Coach Gilmore's got a storied history. There's so many accolades.
I can't wait to meet those guys. I mean, after this season, I'm making more of an attempt to reach out to them, see if I can get to meet them. As my commentator role, I need to do that, be more professional. I can't wait to try to do that this year. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to get in touch with them and finally kind of see how what they're going to change from last year. I mean, Pacer basketball, 8-16 season, 2 years in a row, and then Plainsmen basketball was kind of building on something a little bit. Unfortunately, losing our head coach and losing 2 of our star players. It's going to be a big blow, but I want to see how they're going to be able to fix things and improve things here in Enid.
I love it, absolutely, and I think you're right on. You hear from the head coach's vision, so each game you can start to look for the development and the growth and what the plan is. So excited to see the direction that those two take the programs, and we're rocking and rolling. And then, Liam, we've got 2 weeks and it's Thanksgiving break, week off. We come back, it's 3 weeks, one of those being semester tests, finals week, and that's a semester.
Yeah, it's over.
Liam, it's unbelievable how fast it's going. Not trying to rush your senior year away, buddy, but it's moving. And,
I mean, it feels like just yesterday was Ponca City game.
Serious,
I mean, August the 30th. It's November the 8th.
We're opening up, and here
it's
we
November
are
the
wrapping
8th.
up football. It's amazing. And along the way, our students have been fantastic. Attitudes have been great around campus. A lot of people trying hard. Best part of my day is, I think, for all of us principals, is when we actually get into classrooms, see the magic happening, see the teaching, see the students, engaging, collaborative pieces. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So many good things.
I had to cut this interview short, but we'll see you plenty of time in basketball, I'm sure. We have so many interviews we're going to need to have this year for all the home games, so I'm sure we'll see you a few more times. So it's a pleasure.
Back to my guy.
Thanks, Mr. Liddell.
Thanks,
pleasure.
Liam. Appreciate you having me. Cheers.
Go Big Blue.
Guys. Go Big Blue.
Real quick, while the team warms up, I just want to touch on, this is my final game, of course, so I just want to give a huge shout out to quite a few people. I want to give a huge shout out to all my teachers, Mr. Bridenstine, Mrs. Neidick, Mr. Parker, of course. Then you have Mrs. Collins, and then Miss Sandifer, and Mr. Crockett. A huge shout out to all of them. And then let's see, who else do I have on here? I made a list of people I wanted to thank. My principals, of course, Mr. Molinax, Mr. Liddell, Mr. Prokopis, let's see, Mr. Fitzgerald, Miss Rowe. I mean, all very great people. I can't say enough good things about our administration team. I want to thank some of my old broadcast partners, like I mentioned, Landon, Hayden, Kennedy, Seven, Jamie. I'm trying to think who else was there. we had quite a few people, even my broadcast partners this year. Can't do this without them, so huge shout out to all of them. And then a huge shout out to our superintendent, Dr. Dudley Darrow. Huge shout out to him as well. I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my grandma, both my grandparents, my Grandma Mary and my Grandma Linda, and my grandfather. I want to thank all of them for their support. I mean, their endless support throughout the last 2 years has been insane. I can't thank it enough. And then, of course, some of my friends. Can't mention a whole lot of them because I just it's too long of a list. I'll have to pull out my phone to see how many of my friends I got to thank. But there's just so many of them for me to thank. Once again, Landon Hayden fall into that category. You have one of my friends, Jander, who we're looking at maybe being a commentator for baseball. I got to go get with this guy about that here pretty soon. But huge shout out to him and just tons of people that are in my life. Tons of my friends that have supported me throughout all the season. I can't thank them enough. Kaylee, Angelina, I can't thank you guys all enough. All this is not possible without all you guys' support. Don't worry, I gave you guys a shout out too, principals, teachers, and everything. So huge shout out to all you guys. Can't thank you guys enough, like I've said 1,000 times. It's been an absolute pleasure. I got to the high ranking this year with Plainsmen football. And now we're going to move on to Plainsmen Pacer basketball after this one, and then Plainsmen Pacer soccer, and then we wrap the year with baseball, and then it's over. And that'll do it.
It's off to college. Or for some of our seniors, work, VOTEC, career, whatever it may be. But this year has gone by fast.
Yeah.
We only have like 5 weeks left.
Yeah, I know. It's coming up fast, and then we got the Holiday Classic when we come back. That's going to be fun. So for basketball. From break when we come back from Christmas break, but yeah, it's coming up fast, and I think it's starting to. I mean, all week I've kind of just been like, oh, it's another game, and it's not. And I think it's starting to kick in a little bit. We got about final 24 minutes coming up, so.
Hey, good news is, radar shows no more rain.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it was still pouring while we were doing the halftime interview. Once Liddell comes up here. It's all gone.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Scottish guy, he loves that type of rain. I tell you, he just loves it.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, hey, shout out to this crew here tonight. You guys have done an amazing job. You've really done well. I appreciate all of you. And I know it's still sacrificing. You guys give up your Friday nights. You could be doing other things, but Mr. Parker, I appreciate you guys. He takes good care. Olive Garden, are you serious? I mean, come on, man. That was great.
I had some spaghetti and meatballs, and we had some endless breadsticks. Definitely had some of those, too.
I love it.
About 3 glasses of lemonade. If anyone knows me, when they go to a restaurant, it's always lemonade or it's water. It's never anything else. I don't really get popped too much. I try not to. I was debating it.
Ask me the last time I had soda pop. Take a guess. When was the last time I had soda pop?
Years ago.
How many years ago?
5.
5 years ago.
Hey, I was right. There you go.
No.
You tricked me.
Ready?
Here.
You ready?
What?
45 years ago was last time.
Oh, wow.
I was 14 last time I had a Coke.
Wow.
Soda pop. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be 59 next week, buddy.
Yeah. Well, to answer your question, my parents were watching.
Good.
And they were texting me about it. They loved the interview, and they loved the shout-out you gave them.
You bet.
They loved it.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. About to start off Liam's last half.
Oh, here we go. You can't. Rough start. Here we go. That one's just another high onside, and they're going to run this one again. Have an opening. And they can get through. They might be able to get a touchdown on this one, and Kennedy's getting through. What a great field position start for the Plainsmen at their own 45.
I don't know if you guys know. I don't think so. The camera is focused on the kickoff team, but when the kicker adjusted to go kick the middle, Tyson sprinted to the middle of the field to be over there and be able to take that ball. And what a great game to start off the second half here.
Yeah, it's been a great game so far, and it's been a okay game so far. Plainsmen played pretty well on offense. It just seems like anytime they get on the field, the rain just picks right back up, and it just affects them a little bit. So let's see. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Plainsmen. Let's see what Zarek can do on first down. And here we go. That pass, Tyson Kennedy, is good. And it's going to be another big gain. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. We'll bring up second down.
Once again, very accurate. Tyson able to catch the ball, make a move. Blocking out there by Keon Young. Desmond has been kind of quiet on that far side. They've got him locked up to try and shut him down. They got Keon, they're double covering over here. So they're really trying to take away the big plays tonight. Which is what you said earlier. They watched the film well. They know those guys can break it real quick.
Yeah. There we go. It's second down and about 5. Another high snap. Handoff to Carmona. Carmona has an opening. First down, Enid.
That's a great hole by the offense.
And we're already starting to see some improvement here by the Plainsmen. It looks like they talked some stuff over at halftime, and they're starting to improve some things. And the rain's not blowing anymore. So
longest run of the night, and they must have made some adjustment for the blocking because that was a nice big gap to run through.
Yeah. So here we go. It's first down and 10 from the Moore 43. Still a decent turnout by the Enid community, still staying faithful for this game, and as you mentioned, for a lot of their senior kids. So here we go. That's another handoff. Carmona. Carmona has another opening, and that one's going to be taken down after about a 5 or 6 yard gain for second down.
We have a flag on the field holding offense. This is going to be coming back. Replay first down. Sorry, Liam. I just saw you bent over in pain.
I was just
right
there.
That's my job. I get to call the the commentary part of it.
You know, as you said,
shout out to my wife. She said that she loved our halftime interview.
Oh, it was great
to hear your story and everything in the hat. So, great job.
Yeah. So it's going to be first down and 20 after the 10-yard penalty. See what Plainsmen can do here on first and 20. Zarek rolls out left, looks for a man, and that one's underthrown for incompletion. It was intended for Keon Young, and he had almost 3 people next to him.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
just
really trying to shut him down. I think that's been the challenge of the night.
Yeah.
Not only let Enid take away your senior night, and they knocked you out the playoff last year, but they are really trying to take away the big plays. And if you think about it, we've not had a really big play yet.
No, we've been close, but we haven't had any really big plays, and they get shut down by penalties just as fast as we get them. So here we go, rolls out left, and that one's just going to be out of bounds once again. We'll bring up third down off the incompletion.
It's so hard with a right-handed quarterback when you roll them left. It's really a challenge for them to be able to turn and square their shoulders. Yeah. That's the part a lot of people don't understand. You got to have those shoulders squared up to be able to throw. He's doing quite well. When he has his feet settled, he does really well. Tyson Kennedy back in, trips on the right. I'll turn it back over to Liam now.
Trips on the right, one to the left. I don't know if it's just me saying this puddle or what. My feet are freezing. I mean, it is chilly. So here we go. It's third down and long, immediately under pressure. Almost picked off by Moore, so that'll be a fourth down and 20 for the Plainsmen. It's going to be more ball when we come back next here on EPS TV. So here we go to punt this one away for the Plainsmen is number 28, Tristan Baumfleck. And that one's going to be up and away, out of bounds. Let's see where they spot the ball at. It's going to be the
37.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah.
37-yard line. All right, here comes our defense. See how they come out with it here. Let's see what Moore does. Moore has that playoff wrapped up, so now they're not only playing for to win the game, they also want to make sure no one starter gets seriously injured or anything, get knocked out.
So here we go. Roll, steps back, has a man. Going to get a decent gain there on the play. Will be about a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. Brings up second down. Let's see. check in on some scores from around the state. That's going to be a more second down coming up. So Mustang is up over the Deer Creek Antlers 12-10. That's a game we need to watch because of, or well, that's a game Moore needs to watch because this is going to determine playoff standing for them. So Broken Arrow up 42-7. We'll get back to those right after this play. It's a Moore second down, and they're going to hand it off once again. And he's going to get a decent gain. He's going to get the Moore first down and 10.
Yep. Good movement by the running back, kept his legs moving and got bounced back, got hit, kept his legs moving and be able to lunge forward for the first down. So
at halftime in Bixby, the score is 21-20. Norman's still on top. That's a game to watch. That's going to be game of the week right there. That's a big one.
Yeah, you were all excited about Bixby there for a little bit being down, but you know they
always find some way to come back.
They always find some way to come back.
Yeah. I don't think they'll win state this year. I got Owasso taking it.
That's right. Yeah.
So here we go. Going out right, and he's going to get taken down. And yeah, this will be holding on the play.
That was right there in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. That was the offensive holding. Yeah. They'll back them up a little bit. Great job by the defense player. Defense has made that spread out, and although being held, they still make a lost tackle. They're going to go ahead and back them up to spot the foul.
Yeah, so
maybe, hold on, they may not go to spot the foul. Yep. Not from line of scrimmage.
So here we go. It's going to be, after the penalty, it's going to be first down and 20. So one to the right, one to the left. Two to the right, one to the left. That one is going to be handed off. Looked like it was a fake at first. That one's going to go up about a gain.
Once again, it's really hard to get a lot of yards going up the middle against our defense. Our linebackers are filling the gap very well. I go back to the point they had that one run for a yard, touchdown for a run. But other than that, run game has been pretty much, our defense has been pretty stout against them.
I mean, this has been a good game for the defense so far. I mean, they've allowed a few big plays, but I mean, majority, I mean, it's been pretty good for the Plainsmen so far, defense-wise. And two to the right, one to the left. I was going to say something, but I'm going to wait till this play is over. Steps back, looking for a man, might have him caught, and that's going to be a Moore first down.
That was a perfectly placed ball on the what we call a flare out, and went up the field there. He was wide open there. Nice soft touch for the quarterback there for Moore.
And it's going to be no huddle as well. They're going to keep that going. But what I was going to say was one positive about tonight. Look at Enid's jerseys. They look nice. You got the Carolina blue pants and the Carolina blue on whites on the jerseys. It looks good. So here we go. It's a Moore first down and 10 after the big catch. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Has some room. It's going to be another Moore first down.
All right, so on that play there, our defensive line, I was watching the defensive line. They did what's called a stunt. And what they did, they had the nose tackle pull out, and it was going to loop around with the DN come crashing down. But the DN got blocked by two offensive linemen, and that opened up the big hole because our nose tackle was doing a loop around stunt.
And I want to correct myself real fast. It was short of the first down, so it's going to be a second down and then one for the Lions. Most likely going to take this one up the middle. Another handoff, and they're going to let him get it. It's going to be a Plainsman. It's going to be a Lions first down and 10. And it's going to be from about there, from the Enid 29, that's a 27-yard line.
Once again, it's a no huddle, really not considered a no hurry-up offense because they're just waiting to get the play.
And here we go. It's going to be another handoff. They're just running clock at this point. Has an opening flag in the backfield.
It's coming back. It's got to be offensive holding here.
I was going to see what your call was on that one.
Yeah, it's going to be up offensive holding right there in the middle of the field. You know, let's go back to a point where they've not been having a lot of success in the run, right?
Yeah.
The one big run they did have, I said that our defensive line was doing a stunt. We weren't doing a stunt that time.
Yeah.
Why was there such a big hold? Well, you can see.
Yeah, it just pushes back pretty far. It's fall time, though, so I said fall for a reason. It's fall time. There we go.
Yeah. The music you hear is
the more student section.
Student section having a good time down there.
Yeah.
Celebrating there's no more rain.
Yeah. So here we go. It's a first down and 20, and they're going to take the run up the left side. Not too much of a gain there. Bring up a more second down.
Great way, defense, to get out on the edge. They were trying to get around the corner there with a couple of blockers and get the running back around the corner. They couldn't get there because of the Enid defense was spreading. Did a great job of containing the side there. So now, what's been our Achilles heel all night?
What was that?
What's been our Achilles heel on defense? The long ball. So
yeah,
just to be ready for it soon.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if a little play action or a long ball here. No running back in the backfield, really.
So here we go. It's going to be 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Man in motion. And it's going to be a passing play. Steps back under pressure. Has a man wide open. It's a more first down plus some. And taken down in the red zone. That'll be a more first and goal. And, I mean, they're inching closer and closer. Scoring once again. It's a 28-0 lead run out for the Lions. They're looking to make it 35-0.
Well, anytime that, your defense holds the other team like our offense was held, you want to get your starters on the third quarter opening drive, get them ready for a playoff scenario. So
yeah,
they're trying to get down there and score. Watch out for a quick slant if they don't run the ball.
So here we go. It's first and goal. Another handoff up the middle. Not going to get too far. Gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. Bring up second and goal.
Great stop up the middle once again. Filling the gap. The linebackers are really filling the gaps very well on the runs.
So here we go on second and goal from the Enid 3. And it's going to be another handoff. And let's see what they call it.
Called him down, looks like. Thought he had a touchdown there, but he actually got hit and spun around the air, and the ball came down when he hit his hand on the ground. The ball came loose, but he was technically down with the elbow on the ground. So
that's going
to be a third down, I believe, right?
It's going to be, third down and goal. Couldn't really tell if that was a touchdown or not. Didn't want to call it just yet so I could tell. But here we go. It's going to be third and goal. Lions are ultimately going to go for it, even when it gets to a fourth and goal. Plainsmen would start deep in their own territory if they were the defense were able to stop that. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. I'm going to call him man in motion. And that's going to be a run up the right side, and they're going to stop him short. It's going to be fourth and goal. Looks like Moore is probably going to go for this one.
I'm telling you, filling the gaps, coming up really hard. D-line's doing a great job, doing a very well job, especially within the last few runs right there.
Let's see what Moore's going to do here on fourth and goal. They're on about the Enid 2. Let's see if they're going to try to punch this one in or if the defense can stop them. Get an Oklahoma-type goal line stand.
See if they go to well too many times going to the middle, they're going to roll out a little bit.
And they're going to run that one in. Touchdown, Moore High.
A little mishandle on the snap, was able to be able to get the ball off the running back and lunges over for a Moore touchdown.
So they're going to take the 34-0 lead over the Plainsmen.
First time they scored in quite some time, though.
Yeah, I mean, defense has done pretty well holding them, but the offense needs to get the ball rolling, and they need to put at least one score on this game before the end of their final game of the season. So here we go. That one is up, and it is good. And the Lions are going to take the 35-0 lead over your Plainsmen. Let's see what they're going to do here when they come back on offense. So here we go. Moore going to kick this one off, and fun little game fact for you. Well, not fun fact, but Enid has not kicked off the ball since the beginning of the game. They've only punted the ball away. They have not kicked it off yet because they have not had a touchdown yet. Hopefully that changes here with this, with their, let's see, 7th or 8th drive of the game so far. I would say 8th drive of the game.
We had that one drive. We were doing real well. We got within the blue zone, and then we had the ball slip out high. And they intercepted it. Yeah.
Looks like the rain's done for the rest of the night, so that's going to be a high onside, and they have that one. Tyson Kennedy does. Tyson Kennedy had a hole, and Moore's going to take that one down. And Moore's getting chirpy on the sidelines. Tyson Kennedy's going to be the bigger man and just ignore it. So here we go. It's going to be a Plainsman first down and 10.
Here. Now, we've worked the left side of the field. We did a lot of short side, left side. We have over on the other side, Desmond over there. He's really actually been real quiet tonight because they really shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been able to get him for anything. Any runs, any passes, anything.
Once again, Keon's down here, and what they look, they got the down low and up top over him.
Yeah. They actually have Lane Slater and Desmond to the left, and then TK and Zaire to the right. And they got Keon, and Keon got a decent gain there, about 6 or 7. Will bring up a Plainsman second down.
Working short side, able to get a good block there. That helped a lot there for him. I believe that was that Lane Slater? I believe it was.
That was Keon that had the pass or had the catch.
The block, number 12.
The block. Oh yeah, that's Lane Slater. So Carmona goes up the middle, stopped by the Moore defense. They just can't get Carmona going on offense here tonight.
Oh, we fumbled the ball there.
And Moore is going to get the ball back off the fumble. Good thing you saw that because I did not see that when I was looking at the scoreboard. We have 90 seconds left in the third quarter before we start the final 12 minutes of the 2024 season.
It's just heartbreaking for a young man who, you're trying hard, your team's trying hard, you move the ball a little bit, and then whether it punched out or it got knocked out, it's really hard for that. Now the defense has come on again and see what they can hold again. I would not be surprised if Moore decides to throw a deep ball right on first play. We'll see.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me at all, and I don't mean that in a bad way, just it would not surprise me.
They're just going to throw caution to the wind here. And already one score away from the amount of points they scored against Enid last year. And they're going to hand this one off up the middle.
Good hit by Tyson Kennedy. Once again, he comes running up from the safety here. Oh, we have a flag on the field.
And Moore and Enid is getting a little chirpy. They need to be careful. Let's see who started that one. Let's see what the flag was.
They call that on Tyson Kennedy. I have no idea how they call unsportsmanlike unless he got up and said something.
That's interesting.
Might have been taunting. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 5 there.
Yep.
That'd be a 15-yard penalty.
Be a automatic first down for the Lions. I mean, it is a tough game right now. I mean, we're down by 35 points. It's a tough game. Ultimately, it's the final game of the season. Definitely tough, but you got to still be representing Enid High well. You just can't let that stuff get to you. I know they've been real chirpy with Tyson since that last kickoff play, but just got to try to not let it get to them. I believe there's a timeout on the field. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where the timeout, unless he wanted to have both teams. I don't see a timeout on the board yet, so maybe we both missed it.
It is a timeout. Yep. I believe it'll be a Enid timeout. So scores 35-0, and we'll be right back here on EPS TV. Well, we want to wish our cheer a good luck at their regional competition tomorrow. If you see on our sideline that our cheer, they left here in halftime to get ready for their regional competition tomorrow. So we have cheer with regional competition. You have band with red carpet tomorrow. So huge shout out to all our Enid activities, representing the Plainsmen and Pacers very well.
And our drama's doing a play tomorrow night,
yep,
too.
That too.
A lot of things happening. This is a slow time of the year, to be honest with you. It gets picked up pretty quick here, too.
Yeah, I mean, just with little things. I mean, you had a bunch of sports at the beginning of the year. You had volleyball, you had softball, you had football, but it seems like it slows down. But cross country, but little things start popping up here and there. So that's going to be another handoff to the left side, and Enid's going to get him down. Not too much of a gain on the play, and there's going to be about a minute 12 on the clock, and the timeout was actually charged to Moore, so that's going to be a Moore Lions timeout. Enid still with all three remaining in the second half. So this brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Lions. Because they're going to do here. And cross country, I believe, they placed 8th at regionals. Unfortunately, just falling 1 place short of state. So huge shout out to our cross country program. And then that's going to be a pass to the right side, and they're going to get him out of bounds before he could go really anywhere. That's going to be a 3rd down.
Great job by the defense. It's quick reaction in there and get out there on the outside and keep him back there for a loss.
Yeah.
A couple of our cross-country people want to shout out to them. They made a couple of girls and one of our young men made state as individuals, so that was good.
Yeah. Big shout out to them. I don't quite have the names on me. I don't really remember, but I need to have this stuff written down, guys. I know it's been a long bout. It's been a long week. This time last week I was dealing with COVID, and that thing got me a little bit. I mean, it caught me off guard. I had it one time and it wasn't that bad. This time it was rough. Yeah.
Well, guys, you recover. So Liam, we got something going on this week. I don't know. Did Mr. Liddell talk about the ACT and the seniors?
Yeah, he did. He did go into that, and then we have the Veterans Day on Monday. I believe we're going to get some footage from that, so hopefully we can get
for all
that
the veterans out there, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I tell you, not many. Sometimes you look back on your life like I do, and it's like, man, I wish I would have went and served. My dad, my uncles did, and I think that's something I wish I would have done as a young man back in the day.
Yeah, well, I have.
Hats off to all of our men and women who serve our country and have served our country. I appreciate that. Our ROTC program is building up. We just had an inspection this past week as well. A lot of JROTCs are closing around the nation because they're low numbers, but we are well over 100 and continue to do well. So we want to thank Colonel Murray and also Sergeant Nelson for doing a great job for ROTC.
It is an awesome job.
All of our young people who are involved in that.
Yeah, I was thinking while you were talking, I have 2 uncles that are alive that have served. I believe I have 2. I've had 2 uncles that have served. Right now, I believe I'm trying to think. I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave anyone out, but I'm pretty sure. So, huge shout out to them. But this is going to be a more 3rd down and 8 in Enid territory. Looking for a man. He almost had it. He drops it. That's going to be a more 4th down.
Well, if you're more, what are you going to do there, Liam?
They're just going to go for it. They're just going to go for it.
Can't blame him.
Yeah.
You can't blame him. It gives you a chance to practice, but it gives our team a chance to have an opportunity to stop Moore again from scoring. We did that right before halftime.
Well, it's my final 12 minutes of Plainsmen football. It's coming.
Liam's starting to. He might have a meltdown here.
No, I have my final football sign-off typed up right here. I actually typed it up about 3 weeks ago, and it was while I was more in while I could think about it, and I was able to write one up. It's pretty good. So.
Timeout Moore. Well, Liam, you set a good standard, and everyone here, the whole program has been a success because of you. I actually turned on jinx. I know that sounds terrible. To check in on the game last Friday night, and I felt bad tonight coming in and helping you. And I'm usually it's all students.
Yeah.
But they didn't have all students. They also had adult student like me. But this is a rarity. I chose to do this because I wanted to be with Liam on his last football game, to call it with him and have a great time. I love doing this.
Yeah.
I think my wife gets tired of me doing it at home, calling and telling her to plays and stuff. But I really appreciate the opportunity to allow me to come down here. Mr. Parker, appreciate all of you guys. I love this program a lot. You're going to be gone, but we're going to step up and continue on.
Yeah, I've done my duty. I've helped train the class to the best of my ability, and I think they're going to be left in good hands next year. So.
Oh, hey, guess what? We brought a field goal kicker here for more. We're trying a 41-yard field goal with a crosswind now, not at his back, is from his right to left, so it's right in our face. Let's see how he does here.
See, I believe Kevin Vegas is about 38. He's going to get that one up, and it has a distance, and it's good. Moore gets it.
It's a great kick by the young man. 41 yards. Cold evening with a crosswind is a really good kick for him. Good job, young man.
Yeah, that was a great kick.
Oh, he's excited. He's out there on the sideline. He's jumping up. He's excited. That's great. His teammates are picking him up.
I mean, that's about almost 45-yard field goal. Yeah. So
he had enough for that, so it was good.
Yeah. So Moore just doing big things, getting ready for playoffs. I mean, this is their first playoff appearance in quite a bit of time. Don't quite know the one. I don't know, guys. Should have done research on that one. This is like him as a commentator. What am I doing? What am I doing? So 11:50 is on the clock, and Moore's just counting down the time till they make playoffs next week.
For Enid, I think this is a year of almost and what if.
Yeah.
I mean, Mustang was such a heartbreaking loss.
And Moore is a very good,
Mustang.
Moore's a good team, but Mustang's a very good team. Lost by 1 point. You give us that win back, and then we play a little bit better against Edmond North. You give us that win, we're in playoffs. Or it comes down to this week. This week had, about 3 weeks ago, this game had big implications on it. And then the homecoming game happened, and ultimately Edmond North happened, and
injuries hurt us, and this it's just the nature of the game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'll hold on here for you.
And that one is kicked away. That might be the first non-high onside we've seen, and he fumbles the ball, picks it right back up, and he's going to roll out right. Had a little bit of an opening. He's going to get taken down at about the 30-yard line.
15-yard return there for him.
And this will be a good start for the Plainsmen.
They used to call this back in my day when we were playing. I'm not trying to brag on back in our day. I'm not going to do that. But they called it a violent game. And then, we have new rules of safety to help protect our young men.
Yeah.
Concussion protocol now. But it is still a physical game. And in a physical game, like all the other sports, there are chances for injuries, whether it's against another player or with your own self. And when an injury strikes a team, and it's tough. But we got to change. No, we're good. No, is that Tyson I see?
I think it's still Zarek. It might be Tyson. I'll be able to see the jersey in just a second. And he's going to take that one. It is Tyson Kennedy. I can just tell by the way they're running the ball, it's Tyson Kennedy. So Tyson Kennedy makes his first appearance at quarterback on the day. He's going to get a decent gain, about 2 or 3 on the play, brings up second down.
They're going to leave Tyson quarterback here for a second look at series.
I think for this drive they might, and then they'll bring in Zarek for the next drive. About 11:03 on the clock and running. Enid just wanting to get some points on the board. They can't get shut out 2 weeks in a row. That would be just not good for the morale of the team. There we go. It's a 2nd and 7 for the Plainsmen. Tyson Kennedy at quarterback, and he's going to take this one up the middle. Big run by Enid. That's going to be a Plainsman first down.
Great job by Tyson finding an opening, taking it off back and running there.
Yeah, that was a great.
He did get a little injured. He's cramping. I think he's cramping there.
So we're likely going to see Zarek back out on the field, and no, TK's right back up. So
He reached down and grabbed his ankle and stretched a little bit there. You know, it's interesting. I say this all the time for summertime. We talk about hydration and about the heat. But a lot of people don't realize you still need to hydrate during the cold weather. Although you're not thirsty, you can still get cramp and stuff.
Yeah.
So
the clock is rolling at 10 minutes and 10 seconds. I believe the clock's just going to stay rolling now as we've reached about the final 10 minutes of the game. Here we go. It's going to be a first down. And Bombfleck's going to take this one. Big run. That's going to be, Bombfleck on the play. So that's going to be a gain of about 5 on the play. Brings up second down for the Plainsmen.
Good run right up the middle. 6 yards on the carry there.
I think now is kind of a little bit of testing for Coach Condor, kind of seeing what the plan's going to be for next year. And Tyson Kinney's going to take this one. They read the play perfectly. Maybe a gain of a yard, if that. Bring up third down. You have Bombfleck in, playing as a running back. So kind of testing a little bit for Coach Condor, just kind of seeing some things and kind of testing some things out as they get prepared to go into the off season for football. So you got Lane Slater and Desmond Middlestead to the right, Zaire Allen to the left, or Keon Young to the left. And here we go. Kennedy rolls out left, passes deflected by Moore, almost picked off, and that's going to be a Plainsman. Fourth down and 3. Let's see if Coach Condor decides to go for this one. I think he might be.
I think so. I think that defensive player from Moore read that route, had a good.
Well, what we're going to see here is Coach Condor wanting to try to see if they can get Moore to go offsides, and then if they don't go offsides, then they're called a timeout, and they're going to put the special teams on on the field.
So?
We've seen it quite a lot this season, believe it or not. We've seen it quite a bit. I know you've been working that north gate, haven't been able to see it too much, but
yeah, I think they're going to go for it.
Yep, they're going to go for it, and it's going to be a pass to Keon, and Keon has it, and
he dropped the ball.
And I thought he dropped it. I glanced away for 1 second, and he had it in his hands. So, they're going to drop it. It's going to be turnover on downs for the Lions.
And that tells you how our evening's kind of been, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Keon, he's a great young man, great player. How often does he ever do something like that? He doesn't. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Great young man, though. Desmond Middlestead's been pretty much shut out tonight.
Yeah.
Their defense has been pretty scouted us pretty well. They knew that we had big players for big plays, and we have not had a big play.
The good thing for Keon and Desmond is this is not their final game.
That's correct.
So they're still going to have next year to perform well.
Right. And
so have next year to have plenty of games. I'm sure you're going to see Ponca again. That one's going to be a good one. When you go to Ponca, that game's going to be awesome. So
different quarterback for Moore now.
Yeah.
Different running back, probably putting in their second stringers now at this time.
They don't want to risk any injuries going into next week for playoffs. They'll be playing the Union Redhawks at Union if they and Mustang do not change positions in the standings. If they do change positions, they will be playing the Norman North Timberwolves at Norman North. So not too far from here, but let's see if my playoff bracket got soaked or not.
How's that Mustang game? You just checked on the score
I
lately?
need to check on that.
See what that, because that's the one game if Mustang loses, that helps more for seeding.
Not Oklahoma High School football, but Oklahoma City Thunder up 105-83 over the Houston Rockets. That's good. I love basketball. I love me some basketball, and that's why I can't wait for Plainsmen and Pacer basketball this season. That's one of my favorite sports to call. That's going to be another hand.
Quarterback keeper.
Yeah. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 1 or 2 on the play.
Speaking of basketball, our girls Pacers basketball team went in scrimmage yesterday and had a round robin. I talked to a couple of the players this morning, and they said that they actually, and I don't say actually, I don't mean to say that in a way, but they came back, they were excited, they played well. Won every time they got on the court. How they did round robin.
Wow.
But they're excited. A couple of the girls I spoke to said they're really excited about the upcoming basketball season.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'll get you that update on the score in just 1 second. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He has a great run, and he's going to be in Enid territory at about the 23-yard line. Moore looking to score one more time. So Mustang and Deer Creek in the third quarter with 4 minutes left. Mustang is up 10 points over Deer Creek, 20-10. So Mustang looking like they're going to win that one, but Moore has scored more points than Mustang tonight, so that might set them up to take the spot. Norman and Bixby. Norman has pulled ahead 31-20 with about 4 minutes left in the third quarter, so we're going to keep watching that game, and I don't quite know if those games will end before ours, but we'll give you the final score towards the end. And that's a fumble on the play, going to be taken back behind the line, bring up a that'll be a line second down.
On the play before there, that quarterback and the running back have a really good fake. Pull our defensive lineman off to the left and open up for the quarterback to go right up the middle. Longest run of the night for the backup quarterback there.
So Moore is sitting at negative 31 points, Mustang at negative 27. Both tied 2-4 and 5-4. So basically, Moore with the points they've scored tonight is going to put them back in the positive. And Mustang right now is going to stay in negative. So right now, if the score stays the same, Mustang doesn't score again or anything else, then Moore takes the 5th seed. Fumble on the play. And Moore's going to get that one back. So we'll see what Moore's going to be able to do next week, as we had the final red zone rundown this week. And next up, half-court report. So pretty much same idea as red zone rundown, but it's basketball. So that's going to be fun to do. We have a change-up, and we're going to have a lot more time this season. It seems like just we get to school, start off the week, have a game at the end of the week. Next thing you know, it's Friday. And we're going to the stadium, going to D-Bruce, or we're going to Norman or Deer Creek or Lawton. I mean, I can't believe that Lawton game was 9 games ago. It was a long time.
Thursday night.
On a Thursday night, yeah. So
night.
4 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. And Moore's going to step back, has an open man, and he drops it. That's going to be a Moore 4th down and 18. So the Plainsmen are going to get one more shot at this game, looking to score one more time before the clock hits 0 with 4 minutes and 25 on the clock and running. Let's see what the Plainsmen are going to do here on offense.
We got defense 4th down here.
Yeah, defense 4th down. Sorry, I had to cough for a second. It's going to be 4th down, and they're going to punt this one away. Or they might go for it. Who knows? They're going to go for it. And another fumble again. And he's going to do a quarterback keeper. Has an open lane. And he's not going to get too far. It's going to be a Plainsman 1st down.
Okay,
and
that's good.
Yeah, and deep in their own territory, though.
So here we go. Is running clock 3:47. Here comes Enid's last trot out onto the field. You know, some of these young men,
it's their final game.
They're going to go off to another sport, whether it's basketball, wrestling, it could be baseball. Yeah. Some could be going to soccer. Yeah. Some might be going to get ready for track season. Yep. And some are going to stay in there to work out. So this is it for and especially the seniors. Hats off to them. I remember the Russells when they came in as freshmen. I was their principal. They have worked hard for all 4 years of their high school career. So 3:05 on the clock. My time on Plainsmen football is coming to an end. Slater steps back, has a man. Keon catches this one, and it's going to be what a stiff arm by Keon. And that's going to be a Plainsman 1st down with 2:48 on the clock. They're going to hurry up best they can. There's a running clock, ladies and gentlemen, and they're going to try to get some points on the board as best they can. Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10 with 2:25 on the clock. Plainsmen trying to take some time off while trying to be effective at the same time. One to the right, 2 to the left. And TK is going to have this one. He's in at quarterback, and he's going to get about a gain of 2 or 3 on the play. They need to try to run hurry up if they want to get something done here.
Shout out to Bladen Parks there, number 85. Yeah. He was blocking his man 10 yards down the field there. He's not giving up one bit. He's still playing hard.
He's a senior as well.
Yeah,
so
he knows this is it, so he's playing hard to the very end. Great job by Mr. Parks.
Yeah. 1:47 on the clock, 1:45 and running. And Kennedy, that one's going to be dropped. Clock is still going to roll. on 3rd down and 10. Clock will not stop for any reason. We're down to 90 seconds left in this matchup. Plainsmen are going to go winless in district this season. Not something we expected after the start this season, but but this is a new district. We were unprepared for the new district this year. We had our district planned out at the end of last year, and it got changed in May. And with some really tough teams put in our district. I mean, you got Mustang, Edmond North, and then you have
Norman.
Yeah, Norman put in our team, put in our district. Bixby, Jinx. I mean, Deer Creek. I mean, very tough teams, and you had very limited time to prepare for them. You had.
So here's what we're going to do, Liam. I know you got to sign off. Let's let the folks watch the seniors and their families on the last play with the last 44 seconds, and then Liam's going to do is sign off, and I'm going to say thank you again. So for the last 30 seconds, let's sit here and watch the Plainsmen do their last few plays for some of our seniors.
Kennedy is going to air this one out, and it's picked off by Moore to seal the game. And that's going to do it for the 2024 Enid season. And Moore's going to try to take this one back. And he's going to be taken down, and clock's going to run down.
Hustle by Rigatini. That was a great job. He didn't give up.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Final score from Moore, 38-0. I mean, it's.
So let me get out of here. No, I'm gonna let you. I want you to close out.
I was gonna let you do a recap.
I'll do a recap. A whole season of almost what if, and I really feel bad for the team, Coach Condor, and the coaches. And I want to say tonight was just an example of how things went this year. But we always look forward to tomorrow. We move on now. And we're very thankful for the opportunity. Liam, I'm going to sign off. I want to thank you for the opportunity to work with you.
Stay here just one second. I'm going to catch you just before you go. I want to start my final sign off by saying, well, here it is, folks. After 4 Thursdays, 15 Fridays as a camera operator, and now 7 Fridays and 3 Thursdays as Enid football as play-by-play commentator, combining for 29 games. Then I've been a part of the football broadcast. My time for Enid football on EPS TV has come to an end. I'm not going to just vanish, as I will be back for Pacer and Plainsman basketball, along with Pacer and Plainsman soccer, as I had mentioned. But for everyone who has watched the broadcast this season and have shared all of your love and support of me, my teachers, my principals, my friends, my old broadcast partners, and my family, I thank you all so very much. So to the viewers, may this not be a goodbye, just to see you later. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time for Plainsman football on EPS TV, I'm Liam Frank alongside Mr. Molinax, and we're saying so long from Moore, Oklahoma.
And as always,
go Big Blue.